Well, good evening. Sun is gone and the lights are on. What a cricket match we're having in place. The Battle Beast and the RR Mark Marvels are set for a very big clash center stage. This is going to be a belter of a contest. This cricket is always a fantastic game, isn't it? Well, this tournament a very long tournament. All the teams are very expected to play each and every match. RR Mark Marvels taking on Scotchers. In fact, sorry, the Prime IPR. This will be a really great match. The Prime IPR have won the toss, have elected to bat first. Praneeth and Mahesh are the openers for them. Praneeth takes the center stage. Sumit to bowl that first ball of the innings. The ball nicely shaping there. So Praneeth is off and running, and these are very good tactics from Sumit so far. This will be really belting his confidence up. Will straight away bang. And absolutely see that he does not have anything to play with, no air, absolutely. So yes, this part of Hyderabad we can seriously expect this month very hot, very humid. So yes, on the contrary, we know the temperature really cools down in the evening. But yes, if the bowler is not relying really on the conditions and getting the swing, simple confidence for Sumit. And that's a wide there. But predominantly the idea is right, and the field set for the same thing. He has, in fact, a deep cover point in place for the same reason. A conventional field, isn't it? We see normally that gully in place. In fact, he has a point in place, a cover point in place. Gully slightly finer, in fact, a deep third man, very square. And another wide there at the moment is not finding his lines with Sumit. But for the Prime IPR, all these runs will be very important. Sumit's idea, we can clearly see that he really want to keep it away from the radar of the batsman. First thing, can he really swing it from more middle stump? It'll be really good to see why once he gets the ball to hold the line. That's nicely played away. The batsman was trying to take the room there, but the batsman will be really careful. It's a good throw there. That would have been really interesting if that would have hit the stumps there. But in fact, corrections, the Battle Beast will be taking on the RR Map Marvels. RR Map Marvels. Well, in fact, a very dangerous side, isn't it? Out of these two sides, RR Map Marvels, they have a very solid batting and a bowling line of a very more senior and an experienced side. The ball shaping, that's nicely played away. Oh, but not to take anything away from the Beasts. The first top four, super top four for them, Amir and Vivek. Well, Amir, one of the senior statesmen, he has over 8,000 runs to his name. But yes, have a look at that. Have a look at the lens. Back of the lens, the ball swinging nicely away. It's good show already from Rohit. This will really do his confidence a world of good. And we see as we really talk about the middle, the long on, in fact, mid off in place. Will be really interesting. Once the ball is full, the batsman has the invitation to go out of the ground. The ball holding, that's really good bowling. He has seen the batsman just being more side on and wanting to take the room and pitching it more backwards, in fact. He's not giving the batsman any room to play with. And the conditions very idealistic. This is fantastic stuff so far from Rohit. The batsman, what will the tactics be? Will he more move towards his off stump to counter the swing, and more and more he's on that back foot. And the bowler, he's really telling the bowler to bowl at the pads. That stayed hit there, and that's good fielding. That's really good fielding there for the fielder. Again, stayed hit. It's a very good confidence for Vivek going on. Well, that's coming from the meat of the bat. So yes, Rohit will be very cautious bowling that length. Ideally, he'll not give the batsman anything and swing away. It's nicely played. Just the batsman wanting to just help it away. But back of the lane, just stamping him for room there. A super over for Rohit to start with. 1 gone, 6 without a wicket. Well, very interesting lens, isn't it? Yes, 1 gone, in fact, 7 without a wicket. What good action Rohit has got in the first over. We've seen the ball slightly more away from the off stump, swinging it away from the off stump, swinging it more into the leg stump, but he was being more back of the length. And ideally, we have seen the batsman just trying to take that route, and he has got the deep point, in fact, exactly for that matter. And you've seen a fielder being moved slightly more towards that gully position. In fact, he has the third man back as well, inviting the batsman to just flash and for the edges. But the mid on and mid off up is always challenging, isn't it, for you as a bowler? But he has more. But that's the experience telling for you. The more and more control you get in those first few overs, the more and more confidence it will be for you. Bhargav, it will be in place. A staggering career. Bhargav has over 704 wickets for Bhargav. So as we were really discussing, Vivek and Amit, two senior statesmen of the team, a very decent average for Vivek, over 5,394 runs. So yes, these two can really play. The top four very, very solid for the Battle Beast. They'll be really very important as far as those runs are concerned. That's really good bowling. That's really good bowling and good running there from Amir. And he was chancing the fielders there, but the fielders should be really on their feet. Not give anything away for the bowlers to really play with. Well, once you're on your feet, once you're thinking on your feet, it's always good. Slow ball and again the fielder stops that. The fielder at cover. Well, the fielder at almost cover. Well, he's having a good time at the moment. Well, in fact, well, that should have been put to the boundary, and this is the second time in a while where the ball was crunched off the bat, and he's stopping it. So now the fielders are moving back. The long on and long off moving back. Are we seeing predominantly something more outside the off stump? And will it be full? Will it be really full? The batsman try to go big. Yes, it was there. Well, there you go. He was going for the expansive drive. Once we clearly see them long off back. Some action will be there for the batsman. They'll really try to go big. As we were really discussing, it was slightly more fuller. The batsman just getting that splice. A very good effort there at cover. This is really good bowling from these two opening bowlers. So slow ball. That's fantastic. In fact, this one dipped. The wicketkeeper very confident. This is absolutely brilliant bowling. Have a look at how he was completely bamboozled there off the length. Oh, yesterday we have seen how Lungi Ngidi got Puran out. Well, the ball more dipped. In fact, the seam appeared. Almost the release appeared same from the hand from Bharat. But the ball dipped. In fact, the batsman was ready to go for a big heave. Well, they've referred it to the third umpire on a drain. Because the ball did not come to him at that much pace. He slightly had to stretch. Going through for that stumping. But the time will only tell. The umpires really looking. Let's wait and watch. What will the third umpire say? Well, they're having very close replays there.
अभी हवा अच्छा ठीक चलेगा
Or the last one, it just went through the hands of the jumping fielder. It was not far from him, but this was superb bowling. This nicely disguised above the eye line, completely bamboozled the batsman. Very close from Adrian. Again, Adrian had to stretch, and the time ideally this dipped. This was really very different. Wonderful bowling this from Bharat so far. Once you got your thinking hat on, you're superb as a bowler. Fantastic stuff. Now it's a more attacking field. A shot ball. This time over Shashi Kiran. It was blinding charge. They were not far from Shashi Kiran there. Well, over jumping Shashi Kiran. That's the first boundary. The first boundary for Vivek. Well, he was ready for that. He was really ready for that. Well, he was ready for the short ball. Well, Bharat did test him. Once you're really in the flow, you really want to continue with the flow, the muscle memory. It doesn't let you hold back. That's a really good shot. The room was presented. And Vivek, chance taken, earns his first boundary. But again, it was not far from the fielder. He'll mind that. He'll really mind that, Vivek. Again slower, again very slower. Have a look at the way he's releasing the ball. Absolutely no difference to spot for the batsman. Simply brilliant from Bharat this. Well, this is what you try to do, something very different. 2 gone, 15 without a wicket. But fantastic stuff, wasn't it, from Bharat? Well, in fact, he sent the long on, long off back. I really said there was something really big coming. He really tried to, yes, he bowled that. He bowled the full length. And there, at extra cover, it was over the fielder, in fact, over the jumping fielder, not far from him. It was a really good effort. And after that, he bowled the slow ball. Again, not much to spot. It was exactly like Dwayne Bravo, what he does. Well, not to spot, not much difference. Once you get the ball to release from your hand, exactly bowled above the island and it dips more. Harshal Patel as well is one of the experts in bowling those slow balls like that. And we had a stumper, and the last one, the batsman was really trying to go for the big one, waiting for the slow ball. That's a wide there. But yes, really good from the wicket keeper. He's standing up to the stumps. Now the batsman will be really thinking, isn't it? Because already there has been a stumping chance. But very good from Adrian. Very good spirits from Adrian shown so far. That's cracked off the bat. Straight to the fielder. Has really cracked off the bat from Vivek. But yes, two senior statesmen we clearly know. But yes, this ground, the batting first, the Battlebeasts have a fantastic record. Out of the last 7 matches, they've won 6. So it just tells you how good they are as a team batting first. The top 4 really tells them how they can really go big. So yes, they really need to go for that solid. They really need to go for that kill. So Battle Beasts, not to take anything away, 175 in the last 7 matches. So yes, absolutely no help for the bowlers at the moment. They're really hitting good areas at the moment. Again slow. It's straight and gone for 4 this time. A lovely batting from Amir this. Was ready this time. He waited for the slow ball. A last difference. We'll spot the last difference in the short end this time. Last time was trying to just play with that hard hands. Couldn't spot the ball. But this time more stride and great flow of the bat. And a wonderful swing through the line. He waited for the ball this time. It was in his arena. With his reach, Amir and earns his first boundary. Well, really telling you. Oh, the ball swung there. That's really good bowling. That's really wonderful bowling from Ramesh. Well, not the regular bowlers you face, especially in the power plays. We normally see good pacier bowlers coming in, exactly hitting the deck back of the length. Now we are seeing the bowler slightly bowling it from the hand, bowling those slow balls, making the batsman wait, making the batsman think. But yes, the last one was a wonderful swing through the line from Amir. That's in the air there. And that's it there. That's a very good catch. That's a really very good catch. Well, he has heard his counterpart there, telling just wait for the ball. And judging it to absolute perfection. Really judging it to absolute perfection there. Vivek, we've seen him, the captain himself. That first over where he was trying to go big. Well, in fact, the fielder did drop that. It was over the fielder, but now, once he has seen Amir go for that big one, he as well tried to go for the kill. But again, bottom of the bat. Well, slightly more inch here once he get the shots from the meat of the bat. That would have gone out of the ground. We know this ground is a smaller one. But yes, a big wicket this. A big wicket in form of Vivek. Well, Battle Beasts, the first blow. They've drawn the first blood. The Mac Marvels, this is what you get from them. Well, once there is variety, there is always a thinking hat on. In fact, not for the bowler, but for the batsman. Well, Vivek gone for 9. It's a huge wicket. Well, in fact, he'll be really disappointed. 22 for 1. Vivek gone for 9. Ravi taking a very good catch there. Well, in fact, sorry, it is Bhargav who's taken a very good catch. But yes, this is what I talk about. The camaraderie in between the field is so essential. Very good, isn't it? He has heard from the fielder at long on. Buddy, just stay there. Just keep your eyes underneath the ball. Slightly more inchier. Well, in fact, on the hindsight, we thought Vivek timed it really well. Well, it has gone out of the ground. He is just inches from the boundary. You really have to know, once even keeping your eye on the ball, where is the boundary there? Judging it to absolute perfection here, Ramesh. Sorry, in fact, Bhargav. This thing was dicier with the ball. And why not contributing the fielding too? Well, he just says he's an all-rounder, Bharat. Sorry, Bhargav. 22-1. So the downfall of Vivek brings in Adi into the crease. So slow, isn't it? Very, very, very slow. Not the conventional bowlers I'm talking about you get to face these days. Well, more pace here. You get to bowl back of the lens. We normally see the batsmen playing the short arm jabs, especially square of wicket. We generally have fielders at deep square, like deep mid wicket. So slow, that's nicely worked away. Nicely worked away from Amir. It's a very good call. In fact, yes, the dressing room really acknowledged that. The wicket. The non-striker immediately said no. Well, he's nicely out there with an intent, but a successful over. A very clever over, in fact, from Ramesh. It's a huge wicket of Vivek in the over. The captain, 23-1 after 3. Three gone, 23-1. So the battle beast, after opting to bat first, slightly more on the back foot. Very clever from the bowlers at the moment. And the last over, which was bowled by Ramesh, he's using his index finger more. Index finger. Index finger, like this. Index finger. Index finger, like this. Right? Index finger. Using his index finger more was Ramesh. Because he's just flicking the ball. That's the reason. He's getting the slow balls in for you. Very slow. Very, very slow. And in fact, well, the ball slightly dipping. Even in the last over, we've seen the ball dipping. In fact, well, not able to really get anything out of it because the seam is absolutely upright, exactly from the release point. Now, where can the batsman really observe? This is fantastic stuff from Bhargav. Short ball this time, cramping him for room. So yes, as we were really discussing, they are our map marvels. Well, they were in superb form. Even in the MCG, they played around in that last match. The first few overs, the batsmen were really tested. In fact, Shashikar, this will be a big match for him. He was out in the single digits when he played in the last match. But now they had a staggering record. With 3 out of the last 3 matches, they won chasing, in fact. So how many more runs they'll restrict the opposition? It will be better for them. Well, nicely worked away. That's really nicely worked away into the gap. With the batsmen want to push back for 2. Yes, they'll really push back for 2. The last over as well, we have observed how vigilant was the batsman. He really said no. Well, that is what you get from the senior statesman. But how was the form of the two teams being the battle beast? They are coming on a back of a very good win. In fact, the last win. Well, 148-7, the design walls. At the same ground, it was a very close match against the design wall. Again, a big team, design walls. Well, beating them, close match. Why there this time slightly bowling above the island? Well, different types of flow balls, isn't it? One from the back of the hand, this time more front of the hand. Really clever from the bowlers. Well, 99% out of the 100 times, the bowling team does not use something like this. It's simply brilliant and great tactics shown from the fielding team. The batsman is trying to go for the big one. Have a look at that. Have a look at his stance, in fact. He's trying to go for the big one, absolutely eyeing the leg side. And the moment he's just watching the release point, he's having to change his stance at the last moment. And this is what really makes you very different from a very good bowler to an excellent bowler. The tactics in your harmony. The more and more tactics in your harmony, the more and more you're good as a bowler. Nicely played away. Fielder there. Slightly over the fielder there again. The back turning in the mid stand. Well, I mean, lot and lot of responsibility shoulders on his hands. Really not want to give his wicket away. Well, very, very not far from the fielder was that. That is the reason he has his hands on his head.
Gone.
Well, at the moment, Bharat proving to be very, very clever. Well, no more cleverer than him on the field at the moment. This one slightly bowled it above the eye line front of the hand. So we are seeing good slow balls being released from the bowler. Fantastic stuff from Bharat. 4 gone 31 for 1. Well, 4 gone 31 for 1. Low balls from the front of the hand, slow balls from the back of the hand. Well, Dwayne Bravo, we know how good he is from the front of the hand. Well, Jade Dunback from England is very good from the back of the hand. So bowling it above the eye line, he's getting the ball today, but absolutely relentless of how we are bowling irrespective of the conditions. Simply brilliant from Bharat. He has already, in fact, Bhargav has already taken a catch. Well, being very dicey at the first spell, absolutely encouraging for him. Well, the captain would be really lauding him on the back of his mind. If the bowlers are really delivering like this, it's simply superb for the captain on the field. Again in the air. Just that chop. But Amir really trying hard. Amir, yeah, that's really good fielding there. That's really good fielding there. Well, Amir just trying to break the shackles, isn't it? He's really trying to break the shackles, Amir. Form of the two teams absolutely out of the 4 matches they played, or the 5 they've lost. They won the last 4. The boundaries, normally in the first few overs, we really see at least 7 to 8 boundaries will be there from the batting team. More percentage of the boundaries, especially the power play you get, it will be even more easy for you to consolidate from the over number 6. Well, isn't this big batsman to wait? It will be really interesting. Today we've not. Yes, Chaitanya is not there today. An important bowler, in fact, the left arm spinner, not in the team. Will be really interesting how the captain operates in his absence. This is a challenge in grassroots cricket. On the leg stump there, we're loading above the bowlers. But yes, finally one breaks the shackles. Well, finally one breaks the shackles. Narayana breaks the shackles. Well, gained out, he'll put you away. Well, Narayana as well often gets running with the boundary. Well, a rare miscue from the bowler, and you as a batsman would want to really capitalize because the bowling has been really very tight. Good batting from Narayana this. Well, we know once the plane goes above our head, it's a good omen. Closer to the stumps, very closer to the stumps. A more predominant line this. Very closer to the off stump and more closer to the gloves of the wicket keeper. The outside edge will be really challenging, but it will be really good, isn't it? Once bowling that line, will the bowler really want to have a slip? Trying to go for the big one. Well, don't play with the hard hands and don't play from outside the line of the ball. Play it inside. Well, a boundary in the over, but yet another tight over. 5 gone 38 for 1, the Battle Beasts. Well, change of ends. A new rule which has been introduced in this tournament. Well, everyone will switch sides after 5 overs is over. But yes, a very good passage of play as far as the Mac Marvels are concerned. The bowlers have been really tricky. The captain has really introduced very good bowlers, and in fact, we have seen a lot of slow balls, different kinds of slow balls, especially Bharat. In fact, Bhargav has to be really lauded for the way he has been bowling. Yes, Amir has been just trying to break those shackles, trying to go for the big one, getting a slice of the bat. We've seen the ball just go in the air in different directions. But let's have a look at the percentage of boundaries. Only 3 boundaries scored in the first 30 balls. It tells you how good the bowlers have been. In fact, only 40% of the 40% of the runs coming in form of boundaries. It's simply brilliant bowling this. But yes, what will be on the back of Amir's mind is he has been very good swinging through the line. Once you're bowling it more closer to the off stump and slightly more wider and straighter, he's been very, very destructive. But yes, that end is the end of sixes. We have seen many, many sixes flown towards that end. One of the famous batsmen, I believe, 124 it was. It was the men in pink who got that time, the Sijika Catras. Well, 40 for 5, I really remember that match. What a fantastic match that was. From this end, in fact, 10 sixes flew in that match. So how many sixes are we going to see in this match? We are going to just be at this end 2 times. But the last 4 balls remain in the power play for the Beasts. Can they make an impact? Something about the island which really decimates the batsman. So once it is above the island, very tough for the batsman to read, isn't it? Once it is spaced here, very closer to the stumps, the batsman will try to go for that big one. But when slightly more above the island, the batsman really does not have any chance. Because then again, it's a dipping line. Batsman already is in ready for the shape. And he can definitely play cross-batted. Well, Narayana did get a boundary of the last ball, 18-11. And in fact, his form has been a cause of a concern for the team, Adi Narayana. Well, 2, 8, 18, 31 has been his best. He has a strike rate as well has been the cause of the concern. Conventionally, we don't want to see this from a hard hitter. Well, a different assignment for him today. A full toss, that's nicely struck there. Well, in fact, straight to the fielder. Well, spin versus pace. Have a look at the comparison. Pace, he has a strike rate of somewhere around 106. In fact, spin, his strike rate even more dips will be really very interesting. Well, what kind of spinners are there in the armory as far as the Mac Marvels are concerned? Well, in the last few matches, he has only got 2 sixes and has been out thrice to the Pacers. The captain really keeping that pressure intact for bowling the Pacers. So yes, analysts, there for you. That's in the air. And the fielder stations and takes a catch. A great catch and deep extra cover there. A really very good catch. Well, Amir strong point is he already got a boundary when once you're bowling it straighter. He's very good swinging through the line. Well, when you're getting batsmen out at his strong point, what can you have? Well, in fact, taking those catches, especially under the radar and under the light, so difficult. The fielder has absolutely concretized himself. Have a look at the catch. What a great catch that. It's a huge wicket, which is going for you. Another senior batsman goes. Well, could have really made an impact. Well, Vivek was back. Amir was getting to a start. What a good catch that was. Very much inches from the boundary again. Maybe again, look at that. He really thought that was struck so wonderfully. But just as long as the fielder couldn't get that ideal distance he was looking for. But the Mac Marvels break through again, as we were really thinking there's a partnership which was stabilizing but not to be. Well, 2 openers back in the hut. Amir is gone for 17, 40 for 2. What a good catch at deep extra cover. It was a fantastic catch. We've seen that Amir has struck one wonderful shot down the ground, especially the crack of the bat from him. This time, this one as well was a very good crack of the bat, but what can you really do as a batsman sometimes? Vivek as well on the hindsight would have been really thinking that would have gone out of the boundary. Same like we've seen Vivek. We've seen another batsman being dismissed in the same and a similar fashion. They're judging the catches to very good perfection. So was this a no ball? It was very, very close. Well, yes, back then it's very, very close. In fact, two openers back in the hut. What another successful over.
Hello.
He was frustrated because he couldn't catch the ball there.
Boliye.
Well, nothing he's getting from the pitch. But here is a skill from the bowlers. So successful. Very successful. The bowlers 41 for 2 after 6.
क्या आपके पास माइक है? तो कौन-सा सवाल है?
Well, the end of the power play 41 for 2. Well, 2 times, 2 good news for the Mac Marvels. What a good shot that was. We have seen such good strike from Amir. Such good strike, such good bat speed, such good stride. And once you are getting the batsman out on his strong point, on his strong zone, something to save for the fielding team. Well, RR Mac Marvels slightly coming in with a very different side, and this is always a challenge for you as a captain. Very different side. Grassroots cricket, we predominantly won't see the same sides, but yes, the difference between having the same side, again having different sides, we'll talk about after that, after this ball. And a wide there, yes, another wide. SP will be into the bowling crease, but Venkat Raghava is into the batting crease. Now, number 4, number 5, Venkat Raghava as well, another senior statesman in the team. Over 450 matches for him, 3,796 runs to his name. But the form has really not been good for him. Oh, that smoked off the bat. The fielder will just watch it go for 4. What a shot that was from Venkat. It was really telling. It was really very, very telling. Oh, crack of the bat from him. It was just stationed there. Well, in fact, sweeper had absolutely no chance. He had absolutely no chance. The slight width. This is what as a left-hander you don't give to do. They are very good with the cover drives. Wonderful start from Venkat's bat. Quicker. Ask the batsman to just be tentative like that. But the wicketkeeper had drained. We'll talk about his nemesis as a wicketkeeper. He was so good even during that first stumping. We have seen how good he was able to stretch. So yes, this as well will give a very good confidence to the wicketkeeper, to the captain, isn't it? Because the wicketkeeper is as well the second captain in the team. He knows how the batsman is moving. He knows what are the batsman's strengths. Very well bowled. What a shot. That's nicely played. But Venkat, the last shot will give him a superb confidence. Absolutely smoked off the bat. Well, the fielder at sweeper cover has absolutely no chance. He just stood there. In fact, that whistled off the bat. It's a tremendous timing there from Venkat. But yes, all these matches are very, very important for you as a batsman. Well, you can really very well, in fact, have 1 half century. In fact, against the Reith at the same very ground, 51 of 37. The strike rate, a very decent strike rate. Gone for 4, I believe. Yes, it is. So now the runs are coming. So the good news can be heard either way. Adinarayana is just slowly getting into the stride. You've seen him nicely helped it away towards the fine leg, and now a good shot down the ground. Well, SP slightly proving to be very costly now. He's changing the angle there. Well, angle away. Well, once you're very, very full of and once you're too straight, you'll be penalized like this. Well, always, once the flight goes above me, it's always a good omen. And the great omen for me at the moment. Narayana with the second boundary. Will make the batsman reach. Was on the tram line there. The batsman appealing for a wide. But yes, the experience of the umpires really tells you that all these two umpires, over 500 matches for them, simply brilliant have been the umpiring. From the bat, striker was interested. Direction would have been really interesting. Would have been really striker almost reached towards the non-striker end. Some drama there. Some drama there. Well. Well, that would have been the stumps. It would have been on the contrary, but after that, then striker went towards the non-striker's end. And in fact, it was straight to the field. 7 runs, 51 for 2. Well, they're maintaining a very good over rate. 7 gone, 51 for 2. The highlight so far. Amir and Vivek just came out, but Amir slightly more shaky. He was trying to go big. The slow balls slightly disturbed his rhythm. As I was really discussing, we normally get to see the pacers, especially the bowlers, coming in, steaming in, and bowling in for you. But the bowlers were really clever, especially Bhargav. Especially Bhargav, Ramesh. Both have been pick of the bowlers. Bhargav 3 overs, 1 for 19. The captain has been really instrumental in rotating his bowlers. We have got to see all kinds of slow balls, off cutters from front of the hand, off cutters from back of the hand, Jake Dernbach, Dwayne Bravo, Lungi Hengingi, all for you. Amir, as I was discussing, he had a very good reach. In fact, it was a superb catch on the boundary there at deep extra. A simply brilliant catch. So Murli, it will be senior statesman, last match as well. He was so good. He was really very good. It will be really interesting the drift he'll get with the air. But here, one of the good factors to consider. So the Mac Marvels chasing 167, in fact, in the last 3 matches. So yes, how much more they'll restrict on this ground, it will be better for them. And we know once the ball gets over the batsman, the ball will come onto the bat. It will be really even easier for the batsman to play with, to get those runs for you. In fact, tough for the batsman to get those runs for you. Another wide down the leg side, but it will be very important. The rhythm for these two batsmen, number 3, number 4, all the top 4 I was really discussing. This is a very solid team. This is the Battle Beast, especially the top 4. Almost close to 15,000 runs for them. So really tells the experience for you. That's another wide down the leg side there. But really frustrated was the fielder down the head fine leg. He really wants the bowler to bowl it just the opposite because the discipline is there, being on, bang on. As a bowler, you as a bowler don't want this at the moment. The drift, that is in the air. Edge taken. Narayana was really getting into the act as we had heard the cry. Just bowl it on the offside. It really does. We're trying to go for the big one. Well, this was slightly more a difficult catch because the fielder had to reach for this. The fielder had to reach for this. And in the end, he reaches. Well, bang on, 3-on-3, hat-trick dismissals in form of catches. The Beasts lose number 3. The Beasts lose number 3. Another senior batsman in form of Narayana goes. It's 54 for 3. Well, whichever bowler is being introduced is turning into gold dust for the captain. Next to also. Tarun is the new man into the batting crease, number 5. Now they seriously need a partnership. They really seriously need a partnership. Ladina, on the contrary, is a big hard hitter. But here's the muscle memory. For how much time ideally could Adinarayana really construct and one could really hold back because the boundaries were really not coming for you exactly more than run a ball. Have a look at that current run rate, 7.36. So he had to really go for that. The boundaries should have absolutely come in every over because the power play was really tight. Adinarayana was trying to exactly emulate and do that. But the bowler says, I have some other plans for you. Tarun is off and running. But what is a positive point being the bowler, the batsmen have been really playing it with soft hands, especially something more on the offside. Well, what will the bowling line predominantly be? And the more straighter have the bowlers been, the more destructive have the batsmen been. But yes, the distraction as well will come to an end at one point of time. That is how even Amin got out. So the lines will be really interesting. Back of the lines, wider of the off stump will be really interesting. Can he move that fielder more towards the sweeper cover? In fact, sweeper extra cover. Straight to the fielder. But in fact, it was a very smart catch, the last one. Ramana, what a shot that in fact, the boundary which was cracked off the bat really told his confidence. Yet he'll be very disappointed. Very, very sorry. Sorry, Venkat, it is. But he's still there in the crease. So yes, in fact, he got the boundary of that ball. Well, 8 gone. Successful over as well for Murli. Only 4 of 8, 55 for 3 after 8. Well, 55 for 3 after 8. In fact, we know this is a very, very, very long tournament. It's a huge tournament, this. Well, Group A, iGlobus Indians, they have been simply brilliant. I mean, absolutely very, very brilliant, especially against the Prime IPR in the last match. They played won with 6 wickets. Well, the first 2 matches they faced against the Chargers and the Warriors, but yes, against the Namanami Chargers, what a match it was. 214 they hit. And Ravi Teja, we have seen a simply outstanding innings from his bat. 99 of 39. That really changed. That really changed the innings. In fact, it was whip in that match. Yes, having to go back towards a full scorecard for Royal Indians. 213 for 5. They scored. Pragun was in very good form. In fact, drilled one down the ground, but Abhijit was superb. KK as well. In the first few balls, was absolutely in stellar form. The sixes were going off the bat. In fact, 65, 70 odd runs, and in fact, the Namanami Chargers got even more, 80 runs. But Namanami Chargers, on the hindsight, in the last match, they got 224. But Vipin has been simply brilliant in that last match. Was really instrumental in restricting the opposition. But they're bowling it slow. They're really bowling it slow. Now they really want to go for that boundary. Where is that boundary coming? Venkat would really want to go for that because there's a lot of it's really good running. You really want to take risks. You really want to take risks. 2 runs. There you go. And there you go. Once the field is opened up, once you're challenging the fielders, you're always getting those extra runs. You're always getting those extra runs. So the Globus Indians. So winning 3 on 3. And after that, the Warriors, simply superb. Even they are the ball turned there, slow and spinning. We're losing the first match against the Royal Indians. In fact, very close win that was. In fact, by just 10 runs. So they really bounced back. The Cheriton Warriors, 188 was very, very close for them. And after that, they've been absolutely unstoppable against the HBCL. And they were simply magnificent. 172, in fact, they chased it quite as it's making a batsman reach and taking on the boundary there. Ball it so slow this time. This is another big wicket for the Beasts. All the seniors going to the pavilion, one by one. Very, very clever from the bowler here. Well, asked Venkat to fetch it. Asked Venkat to fetch it from outside the off stump. Well, went with the turn, through with the shot. Oh, they are holding this. This is superb catching on the boundary, this. This is absolutely great catching on the boundary. Hello. Oh, judgment to absolute perfection. Absolute perfection there. Fielder and cow corner taking a superb catch that. Going through with the shot. Well, couldn't get that ideal timing because bowled it more wider of the off stump. Venkat wicket, another big fish. And this time it is Rohit. 58 for 4 after 9. Well, success comes for you when you're relentlessly trying for it. They're really trying the Prime IPR. Sorry, in fact, the RR Map Marvels, the men in yellow are really trying for it. How good was this bowling, isn't it? Exactly, the release points were really simply brilliant to watch from the bowler in this over. Bowled is slightly fatter, but now bowled it slightly more above the eye line of the batsman. Bowled it wider. Well, in fact, these are the predominant lines you get to see once a bowler bowls at the back end. And a fielder and a good ploy, exactly going at an angle. It's a great catch from the fielder there. Well, yes, that was a real trap set for the batsman. I wanted the batsman to take that chance. Absolutely, that ploy. Murli continuing again. They'll be on the back foot. This will be a real testing time for the batsman. Tarun makes his way to the crease now. Sorry, in fact, Roshan. It is who makes his way to the crease. Well, what a catch that was. It was a simply superb catch when we know all these teams bat very deep. At least they've got batsmen till number 8. What a good catch. Asked the batsman to go through with the shot. In fact, he went with the shot against the turn, especially leg side long boundaries. It's very tough. And ask the batsman to generate power, especially slogging, so tough. And success comes to the bowler, so very relentless and disciplined. So Roshan makes his way to the crease. He's as well off and running, gets off the mark. They're drawing bloods at regular intervals. They're drawing bloods at very regular intervals. Exactly, that is what even they were saying pre-match in the toss. That is what we have exactly planned for, buddy. Lose the toss and we'll win the match like that. We exactly wanted to bowl. And a flat track when there is absolutely no help for you from the pitch. Let my In fact, I'll only help myself. I'll only help my team get wickets. Well, Roshan, who makes his way to the crease. Sorry, in fact, Tarun makes his way to the crease. Very decent strike rate, in fact, in the last few matches. So 48. He's bowling it wider. He's bowling it really wider. The fielder at long off will be really tested. The fielder at cow corner as well will be really tested. All these two fielders will be in action as far as these lines will come through you. But he's mixing up his pace absolutely beautifully. Bowling it wicket to wicket. Bowling it with a lot of tweaks under his belt. Well, no boundaries. And that's another wide there. Well, wides have been quite rare, but yet 10 wides. So more percentage of runs, we know, on all these grounds. At least 25% of runs come in form of wides and extras. And something with his form. So really good sight, really good time for the batsman to get back into his form. Yes, Tarun, as we were discussing, 111, a very decent average. He can bat. 1 in 3, was out in the single digits. In fact, the last few innings, he was out in the single digits 3 times. Four! Down the leg side and forward just before the end of 10. How they want to end that second half, then to the boundary. Is that the real opening that they were looking for? Time will only tell, but the Beast sent it over with the boundary. 10 gone, 70 for 4, and the players will take drinks. Well, back on air, 71 for 4. The Battle Beasts. The IPL going alongside the HPL. At the moment, the SRH is winning 98 for 1. They're playing that exactly the attacking brand of cricket. What is expected from them? Now, Beasts, what will be expected from them? Lot from Tarun and Roshan. How will they really pan out? Vasu, it is they both have been absolutely very economical. This is what you expect from the spinners. First few overs, especially those middle overs, you're there for the team to control a lot in a lot of conditions. Very interesting how has Vasu been going in the last few matches of his. So yes, 4 overs, 1 for 17 has been absolutely miserly. In fact, against Limitless CC, 4 overs, 1 for 19. But yes, the boundaries will be something which will be really important for the batsman to flow by. All these strike rates really determine what is your boundary percentage, what is the control, what is the innovation for you. I don't think any innovation will be there for the batsman, but at the moment, the batsman would really want to consolidate going around the wicket. What will it be? Will it be the flighters outside the off stump? No, in fact, it is yes, there is a fighter on the off stump asking the batsman to just sweep against the line. So 4 overs, 1 for 17. He has been in superb form the last 5 matches. On the hindsight, it's really looking, it's only appearing as if he's just presented 4 wickets. But have a look at the strike rate. It's been a brilliant strike rate for him. The bowler strike rate is quite important. Yes, the bowler strike rate really very important, isn't it? Well, the more and more, the lesser is the strike. Ah, that's a short ball. The fielder is squared. The fielder is absolutely squared. That's gone for 4. That's gone for 4. Well, in fact, he has taken 22 balls, ideally, for those conceding those boundaries. That's the predominant reason. The strike rate for him on the hindsight has been brilliant, but yes, all in all, he has to be very miserly, and he has done exactly that in the last few matches. So 11 gone, 79 for 4. So this was again trying to sweep, trying to make the batsman sweep against the line. The last ball was just that. But this time slightly more pitch. Shot and Shashikiran, another off spinner. It will be for you. Into the batting, into the bowling crease. This will be a heck of a contest. Shashikiran against Roshan. But Tarun striking he's going at a very pretty rate. At the moment, 155.5. That boundary really giving him a lot of confidence. Again, rolling his wrists absolutely perfectly in the last shot. Well, Shashikiran 260 matches for the part-timer. Shashikiran more sort of is recognized more for his batting instincts. Well, how will he plan out as far as the bowling department is concerned? Just getting his feel right. What will it be? What will it be exactly according to the field? The deep mid wicket will be more vacant. They'll exactly try to bowl more towards the stump. Will be wanting to be more around, will be attacking that middle stump, will be trying to be more wider of the off stump. That is what the pitch, that is what the field is really telling him at the moment. Yes, boundaries on the hindsight have been something very tough to come by. At least they've taken 25 balls for a boundary. These batsmen are, yes, they're really telling you, he'll be more wider of the off stump. That is the reason. He'll definitely not try to stop those runs, but in fact, what the batsman can try to do really different here. Will they dance down the track? But the lens ideally is not suggesting a batsman really have any chance to dance down the track. So yes, the long off, long on in place. So yes, are they covering that line of the off stump, and are they really asking to go towards that mid wicket? So yes, nicely played under the eye line. Roshan attacking the middle stump. Once you're as a bowler, especially as a spinner, you're attacking the stumps, not giving the batsman any room to reckon with. That is a boon coming for you as a team. Tarun striking at a very good rate at the moment. He just broke shackles where the boundary was really needed. Only 2 boundaries so far, in fact. Many boundaries have come in the inning so far? It has been only 7 boundaries which have come in the inning so far. So only, in fact, just tells you only 50% of the runs came in form of boundaries there. Well, how many sixes? It's only been 1 6. So that is how the bowlers have been tight. So here's the top two teams, the Cheriton Warriors, and here's the Sinchika Catalyst as well. They have been as well simply superb. The last one against the Warriors, they did lose by over 45 runs, but in fact, that was a huge target for them to chase the Cheriton Warriors. In fact, hitting 186 in that last match. Kevin was really playing nicely. And in fact, the partnerships, what you really observed, Chiranjeevi was absolutely superb. Losing star, that's through the fielder there. With Bhargav around, I don't think the ball will really go. He has been very, very good operating that field position. Well, long off and wide drop, long off, you really can't get away. He has taken that catch, has been judging the catch to absolute perfection. It will be really interesting how the captain operates him. Will he really want to store him till the back end? Or will he just make him bowl? Yes, Chiranjeevi. It has been absolutely brilliant, isn't it? The partnerships in phases. They're very, very important. Have a look at the scorecard for the Cheriton Warriors. 19, 15, well, 48, 29, 37. Well, Sachin was in superb form. It was all Sachin chance at the MCG. Last ball of the 12th coming up. A crack of the bat. The batsman. They're predominantly trying to go to the front foot of the length, deceiving them back or holding them back. What a tight over from Shashikiran too. 85 for 4 after 12. Well, Shashikiran just steering his muscle there. Really tells you that commitment for the team. Got in that over. Well, all in all, a very important over. They've been very miserly by Shashikiran. Only 5 runs being presented in that last over. But yeah, the last match tells you how important is that middle order. They really got the things going. 48 in 36, Chiranjeevi, 7 29, 22, Sachin, 37 in 21. So it really tells you how important is the role. And they really have to play the attacking cricket number 4, number 5, number 6. Once they are in, they really don't have any chances. Because the time, the ideal time is not there for you to settle. But they've really responded to the position. They've really responded absolutely brilliantly, and they were instrumental in taking the team over 186. But yes, the extras, as well as I was discussing, has been the cause of the concerns. In fact, on both the grounds, 22 extras in that last match. So it tells you how important all the runs are. So all these teams, they can be very, very confident. They're looking in absolutely good touch, very, very good form. In fact, the Prime Panthers and Navnami Chargers as well. They on the team has been really good. But yes, 224. The last match went really very close. 224 against the Strikers. And stop there. The wicketkeeper just to failing to gather the ball. Yes, he's apologizing. Well, but deceived in the flighter there. Super bowling from Vasu that completely fogs the batsman. Well, could have been number 5 down. But yes, the luck. More towards the beasts. This is cracked again. The ball keeping low, straight to the fielder. Straight to the fielder. And in fact, I remember this was the same fielder who got Amir out. Is exactly stationed at one place, but could have been the 5th, could have been half the side back in the hut. This is what luck brings to you, the favor. A favor to savor. And inside edge, the ball slightly more drifted. The inside edge, that will go for 4, The important boundary. An important boundary. Tarun going very nicely. Very nicely for the beasts. Well, what do you expect from the tall batsman? The long reach. They really want to go. The long levers will be on. The accumulator. That is the reason he's called as the accumulator. Accumulates a lot and lot of runs. Has a 50 to his name and a 40 to his name. Yes, averaging very decent 23. So yes, he can back this man. Yes, this is taken. This is taken. Couldn't get the timing. Well, if Tarun is an accumulator ammo, we can take a saves Vasu. Fifth one goes down for the beasts. Luck. Always not stations at one place, it transcends. The map marvels up for it. Well, in fact, everyone should learn from the map marvels. Don't drop catches. They're picking like darts. They're picking like darts. So Vasu gets a second. 91 for 5. It's a big wicket in form of Tarun again. Another batsman getting a start where he really wanted to stay, but yes, it was in his arc. It was in his arc. Well, 99 out of 100 times that would have gone out of the ground. But today, the luck will follow the brave, and the luck says it transcends. Does not want to stay with one team. He's taken a very good catch. He's taken a very good catch, Rohit. So we are now 91 for 5. So 91 for 5. Vikram into the batting crease. And Vikram in fact has that struck wonderfully. Vikram in fact has a high strike rate in the team. It'll be really interesting how Vikram goes. Oh, that's fielded and gone for 4. That's gone for 4 in fact. 95 for 5. Well, one of the safest fielders in the team, Bhargav, dropping that. A crack from the meat of the bat. Well, however you earn runs very nicely. Tarun, it was dismissed in the over. 95 for 5 after 13. Well, 95 for 5 after 13. Shashikiran bowled a very miserly over. Well, all the tricks up their sleeve, the bowlers. Bowling it wider off the off stump. Bowling all those dot balls. That is what is resulting in wickets. Yes, apart from the last one, there have been absolutely nothing away for the batting team. Roshan 9 in 10. How is he going to respond? Will he try to go big? That's nicely helped there in the line of the ball. Wonderful batting from Roshan. But they're getting those boundaries in patches of beasts. Score moves on to 99 with that. Again, covering the line of the ball was very, very important on that occasion. Yes, helped it. Well, Shashikiran again, muscle tear, is that really impacting? But it's a very good shot. With the part-timers, you really want to get a lot of runs. Well, as many runs as possible under the belt. But still, projected 150, they'll really take it from here on. But the map marvels, the beasts batting first, they have had a staggering record. 90% of the wins come first when they bat. Well, before the change ends, they would really want to see that a really good milestone, somewhere around 120 to 130. They would want to eye. A slight change in the field. Now the offside has slightly opened up. Slightly more in a packed offside field in the first of reward Shashikiran. Another good omen. Well, what omen is it bringing now? Is it a wicket or a 6? Well, nicely struck. Nicely struck. That's really good running. That's really good running there. 100 up for the beasts with that number 2. Well, even though the wickets have gone down, they're really ensuring they're not holding back. The beats, the runs are coming, the boundaries are coming for you, especially in the last few overs. They have really ensured the pace is there for you. Good running. This is a very good call. Very good call from Vikram. This is a very good, serious call from Vikram. Well, the ideal side of having good all-rounders in the team. Once you're getting to know your batting deep, yes, can ideally take the risks. I was trying to go big there. So Vikram, let us have a look of how he pans out. Vikram, the last 5 matches, a super strike rate as Vikram has. In fact, ascending his career strike rate over 136, striking at 151 not outs remains one. So 10 in 14, 41 in 22, 40 of 24. So yes, couple of wonderful knocks to his name. In fact, blazy knocks. So now, how is he going about from here? How is he really going about from here? So 124 runs. So these are really good. In fact, the last 2 innings has been something very bothersome. And the strike rate has been as well not up to the mark. So can he really make a difference? A huge chance for Vikram here. Have a look at that. Have a look at that again. Trying to just play the cross-batted shot. A cross-batted hikes or something. Well, Shashikiran, all that line is there for you is keeping it more wider off the stumps. The batsman should really understand that. The more and more you're playing inside the line of the ball, the more and more it is comfortable for you to strike it deep on the leg side. Because there's no fielders there. That's in the air. This is an edge. Fielder underneath. Fielder up. Fielder drops another. Fielder drops another. We have seen, in fact, a misfield now. A chance going down. Well, luck is switching tides. 104 for 5 it is. Yes, 104 for 5. Well, Shashikiran was absolutely sticking to his line. What else can he do? Bolt it wicket to wicket, attack the off stump, had a good offside field. In fact, the fielder extra cover. It was an absolutely easy chance. Well, luck, as I was really discussing, does not want to stay at one end. Well, once it brings wickets for you, once it brings boundaries, once it brings lives. So resurrection this. So Vikram would have definitely had his heart in his mouth for some time. In fact, stats of this tournament, wow. 28 matches so far, 56, over 9,000 runs, wow. And it is 400 wickets the bowlers have got. In fact, 6,204 balls that have been bowled in the tournament. And have a look at the extras too, almost 900 extras. So out of the 6,000 runs which have come, 30% at least have come in form of extras. So really tells you what the weight of the extras carry for the teams. So 37 50s and 180, 800 and partnerships, 30 plus, 36 50 plus runs partnerships. And the boundary percentage, as we were really discussing, has been around 56%. Even in this innings, have a look at the boundary percentage so far. Well, slightly below par. It's been around 42% that boundary percentage. But have a look at the dot ball frequency as well. Simply brilliant has been the dot ball frequency. The 40% of it, 40% has been the dot ball frequency in the innings. Sorry, dot ball percentage. From the meat of the bat, fielder will just watch it go for 4. So yes, now it is the time for them to unleash. Time for them to unleash. The dot ball frequency has been absolutely superb, as you were telling. The 2.5 has been the dot ball frequency. So Ravi Teja, does he take his name? A good omen, exactly a flight above me. No one on the leg side there. Well, flare on the outside and continue scoring those boundaries on the leg. The battle is going pretty nicely. Well, once you want to change again, there's somewhere around 120 to 130, a psychological advantage. Well, Roshan striking very nicely. He's gone quickly on to 24. He's nicely played. He's rolling his wrists. He's a very risky player, Roshan. I've seen him helping the balls. I've seen him get those singles as well. But he has nicely played on the back foot. Really ensured was not hit wicket there. He's using the crease very well here. Moving around the crease, Roshan, pretty nicely. His average score has been 175 for them. So really can't rule out any chances from here. A fair chance from them. The score quickly ascending. And all in all, it's really possible, isn't it, from here? But a 10 and over 160 is well on the cards. Well, Vikram 16 already. Luck to his name. Rohit has already taken two. That's a quicker one. Well, that will be missing the stumps. There. But yes, the batsmen really have found it very difficult, isn't it? They've been really on the back foot because the bowlers have been really, very clever. And the wicketkeeper, right from the word go, has been exactly more up to the stumps, and that is what has been something on the back of the batsman's mind. Not asking him to come forward. Oh, what a shot there. But he hates this because the bowlers have been really very, very clever getting the slow ball. In fact, we have seen the fast bowlers bowling it slower and absolutely tricking the batsman. And the slow bowlers bowling it fast. So contrast today. Well, shot one and another wide again. Could you have imagined absolutely 14 extras today, another wide to the tee, another wide rally. So just tells you how many wides is the 897th extra in the tournament. So yes, the bowling is some important factor of the team. Oh, cracked off the bat again. Bhargav, I believe, will cut it off. Yes, he'll cut it off. Fifteen gone, 117 for 5. Well, always the plane goes above me, and always some good omen. Either a boundary comes, either a wicket comes for you. So yes. Well, today, Roshan, with that boundary, has completed his 500th boundary in the career. So in important matches like this, if you are unleashing milestones, great signs to save for Roshan as well. So his striking has been absolutely very risky, especially helping the ball along the way, along the leg side. We have seen him how instrumental he was. He had not gone on to hit the stumps. In fact, so he knows the stumps. He knows where the stumps are. He knows how to use the crease. He knows how to use the depth of the crease. So using the depth of the crease is quite important, especially when you're risky. So 117 for 5. So projected somewhere around 8. So they really want to get that projected rate. In fact, that current rate of somewhere around 9 at the moment. Shashikiran taking turns. So yes, Chaitanya would be another bowler. Is that miss showing on the faces? The time will only tell. The next 5 overs will be super crucial. Well, is the miss of Chaitanya in the team? Well, how will it be? How when the big players, especially in matches like this, get missed? It is always an additional responsibility, especially for the part-timers, but yes, on the hindsight, they as well will be getting chances and would be looking to improvise. So talking about improvisation, how much variety are we going to see? Vikram 397 matches, over 6,400 runs for him. Already dropped in the match. So slightly more have been sloppy in the field. We've already seen a boundary going by, a catch being dropped. So yes, the last time you're changing ends. And whose end it will be? The Battle Beasts have got 47, in fact, in the last 5 overs. Shashikiran into his 3. So it will be really interesting now. What areas will we trying to target? The mid wicket is open. The cow corner is open. Long on, long off will only be mere spectators when the batsman would want to hit down the ground. You see, once the ball is in the radar, especially the end of sixes once more we move to. We have seen pretty less number of sixes today. In fact, none in the match. The highest time. Oh, that's a one shot from four. What a shot from Roshan! He just paused there. Full extension of the arms. The super batting from Roshan. This. Well, once we talk about Roshan Manama of Sri Lanka. Well, he was as legendary inning so far from Roshan. Superb shot, this one. Full bludgeon in the shot. They've got the thinking hats on. They've got the thinking hats on. Highest partnership in the inning. In fact, they're going at a very good rate. That end is the end of boundary. So yes, part-timers is what the batsman was trying to get runs. And good runs flowing from the bat of Roshan here. 13-18 at the moment. Waiting for the ball. He's been very sensible, isn't it, Roshan? Well, let me just help along. Have a look at that. How good it was. Beautiful bludge of the bat. He just stayed hit there. And a great moment for the cameraman to capture. And he enjoyed that boundary, in fact. He's as well practicing unconventional cricket too. Oh, that's again correct. Shimri comes back this time. But yes, under the lights, so tough. Under the lights, it's very, very tough, isn't it? Yeah, really very, very, very challenging. But the Mac Marvels have managed it quite nicely, but only a few misfields they'll cost you. All these extra runs will really cost you. You never know where the match is heading towards. That's cracked away again from Roshan. He's looking dangerous at the moment. 31 in 19. So once you're having that ideal game time, you spend your time in the crease. Which bowler to really attack, which bowler to really respect. You'll really know as a batsman. But he's moving nicely around the crease. Those hands so fast at the moment for Roshan. So Vikram going along pretty nicely. But will it be the time for him to unleash as well? A good over this. A very good over. In fact, 9 coming off that. 126. So for 5 after 16. So in fact, 56 runs coming in the last 6 overs. Just telling you how well have they progressed, and 31 runs have come from the same pair. So the highest number of runs. Well, we are having different matches going on in the grounds. 2 grounds today. In fact, Centurion it is. Who will be that Centurion overseeing at Centurion there? Is anyone getting those hundreds and being famous? Raviteja was out on 99, in fact. It was a superb innings and innings of the tournament. That day we have seen 2 special innings. Of the bat. Have a look at how good the sound is. Once the plane is above me, the sound is rich and very enriching. And it's in fact gone for 4 more. The sound very enriching. Along the hindsight, 102 for 7, the prime IPR. Well, in one place we are seeing the resilience of the batsman. In another, we are seeing how good and the dominant the bowling team can get. A slow ball. That's stumped, I believe. That's stumped, I believe. No, said the umpire there. Well, very surprising. Well, clever proponent has Bhargav been. So slow again. Talk about the innings anytime. Talk about the innings at any stage. Above the eye line, the ball dipping. Very tough angle to counter. The batsman losing the shape there. Well, Vikram, in fact, is already settled 14 in 11. They've been going about the business quite nicely, knowing which areas to target offside, onside. But still, batsmen of that stature as well can get deceived. Wider of the stumps, wider of the stumps. Well, can he slightly more open that stance towards the leg side? Yes, if you're opening that stance towards the leg side because you've got fast hands, you can always target the deep mid wicket and cow corner. We're seeing some sixes. Well, more an offside stance, that much tougher it is for you. Yes, more an offside stance, that is tougher for you to counter. They're only resulting in singles. They'll not mind this. They'll absolutely not mind this. It's a very enriching phase. Two grounds, a very, very different contrasts going on. There we are seeing the bowlers dominate. Here we are seeing the resilience of the batsmen. The bowlers have been absolutely dexterous, but the batsman says dexterity does not last long. Well, slow Russian against the centre of the ground. That's a massive hit from Russian. I was talking about his temperament. What a shot that was from Russian. Well, he's shining so bright. Well, Plains, come on over time. You're turning as a boon for us. It's always easy to predict when you're there. The ball goes in the air. It was a simply awesome strike. What a strike it was. Ball. Well, in fact, waited for the ball, good stride, and weight went into the crowd.
You go.
What an awesome shot it was. Waited and deposited that into the stands. Well, Roshan Samuels, more Samuels in that shot. More Marlon Samuels, another legendary West Indian. He loves going down the ground. You see huge sixes from that man. And welcome Marlon Samuels to the wreath. Well, he's posing very nicely, Roshan, but fast hands. It is not easy, especially the likes of Bharat. To hit him like that out of the ground, who has been so dominant, will requires a lot of courage. One other outstanding over 12 coming off that. 138 for 5 after 17. Down and out it was, isn't it? The bowlers have been so dexterous at one point of time. 3 overs, 1 for 22, 4 for 70 after 10. And in fact, in the last 7 overs, 68 runs have come and they have only lost a wicket. Well, as I was discussing, good Chaitanya's absence show it on the face of the marbles. And clearly that. But Bharat, who has been so good, even in this over, he has been so good. Forcing the batsman to play all those cross-batted hikes. Have a look at this. Have a look at that shot. It was a wonderful shot of the bat from Samuels. In fact, Roshan, you've seen how he posed. Fast hands. He has various Shashikaran over the deep extra cover. And now it was a crack of the bat. In fact, the first 6 coming off the innings in the 17th over. The bowlers are being very clever. The bowlers are being very, very, very clever now. Roshan has settled in. He's looking in devastating form. All those 2 runs will come for you. Moves on to 41 very, very quickly, Roshan. Simply outstanding batting from Roshan this. So the form isn't it? The form has been the cause of the concern on the hindsight. Oh, that's Midsfield again. That's gone for 4 more. Wait for me to show the class. Wait for me to show my resilience. How good I am as a batsman. Simply superb from Roshan once more. Well, the luck says the luck I was favoring Marvels for more and more time, but now I love being with Roshan, says luck. Because he's been playing like that. This is great display. There's been talent display from Roshan. Vikram has been absolutely blessed. On the other side, he's been just getting to treat. Is this going into the gap? Yes, it is! 4 more for Roshan! Makes room, going with the turn. You've seen a batsman call out in that place. I believe it was Venkat who was caught, but not Roshan. He made room. A superb shot this time. In fact, he covered the line of the ball this time. Well, Roshan moves on to 49, striking at a very gallant strike rate at the moment. Well, one moment. Striking at 100, now 188. Well, he was practicing the reverse sweep as well. He was practicing the unconventional shots. But yes, no one there, and that will be his 50. That will be a magnificent half century from Roshan. And in fact, they go back for 3. 51 into 27. Remember the name, it is Roshan for you. How wonderfully he has proceeded. Well, he was challenged at one time. The wickets fell. The 2 big wickets. They were back in the hut in form of Vivek and Amir. But what an outstanding partnership it has been. Out of that 60, 52 runs have come from Roshan's bat. Well, simply amazing stuff from Roshan this. Well, take a bow. Well, this ground is known for late blitz. 18 gone, 151 for 5. Well, this ground is known for late blitz, isn't it? We have seen one batsman like that from the Shirshika Catras. Yes, it was Kiddo that time, 124. Kiddo, in fact, was out for 10 in that last match, where the team was chasing over 187. Well, how can things ascend very, very quickly, isn't it? It was a superb innings from Kiddo, and same resilience shown at number 5. Coincidentally, both these come in at number 7. Kiddo and Roshan, it is an amazing ground this. Amazing grounds for number 7s. Well, always impressions can be made in the second half. This man is known for making big impressions. So as we were really discussing, they've had a great rate batting first. 175 has been their average score. Batting first, the battle beast. So Roshan has absolutely unleashed the beast mode in the last few overs. The last 2 overs costing 25. Yes, this is 6. What a shot once more. Well, slam from the back, told it all. Well, excitement at the wreath. Well, they're checking for that 6. Just going for that boundary check there. Yes. In fact, the fielder reached towards that, but he was far off. He took a very great catch at that place. But not to be. The place is mine, says Mr. Roshan now. Exciting stuff from Roshan. Second 6 in the last 2 overs for Roshan. Yes! Straight as a whistle! Flat 6! Wow! Take him out, Roshan! Well, down and out we were, but we'll fight, we'll succeed. Well, he's earning a monument, so all those whistles going. Well, safe as houses, straight. What a shot that was from Roshan's bat. Well, ease at which he is hitting shots. Something to say. Well, the beast mode unleashed from Roshan. That's a wide. That's a wide. Forcing Shashi Kiran to really change his line. What a shot. What wonderful shot we have seen. Flat hit for six. Wonderful boundary. What he has for us in the offing. Dot ball there from Shashi Kiran. Dot ball there from Shashi Kiran. What has been the contrast in the innings? He has just waited for the ball. He knows the bowlers are being bowling slow. They are being waiting for those balls. He ideally definitely forcing the bowlers to just change the lines, and then he changed himself. Will evolve. Slightly hesitant there. Was slightly more hesitant there. Roshan stopped for a bit, but really ensuring that he's gone back to the crease. Now 2 balls is really good tactics. Now Vikram will have all the license, 15 and 14. He must have been absolutely treating. Well, when if the senior statesman in that form, so easy for a batsman. Yes, straight to the fielder. Straight to the fielder. And last ball. Well, what have we got in Roshan for us? Once more, the flight is above us. Are we seeing the ball out of the ground? Last ball of the 19th. It's double taken. It's double taken. Yes. Well, Shashi Kiran screams with joy. But yes, what a rejoicing innings from Roshan this. A 64 in 31. Absolutely fearless. An innings of temperament and class. Has ensured that the team is in a very strong position. Well, good tactics from Shashi Kiran this. He knew once he was bowling more straighter and on the off stump. He was absolutely blasting him away, but bowled it slightly wider, made the batsman slightly edged. And what an innings from Roshan. He'll receive a standing ovation. He has just shown us everything. He has just shown what resilience can bring to the table. But yes, they've drawn a very important blood. They've drawn a big wicket. But yes, Roshan is gone 64. What an outstanding innings it has been. He has really entertained us towards the top. He leaves after absolutely scoring a screaming 65. 166 for 6. Yes, everyone rejoicing, and the teammates very happy, just posing, and he deserves all the accolades. Well, when there was challenge, you have to rise, and he has risen to the occasion in absolutely magnificent fashion. 166 for 6. A clear. In fact, will take the crease. Shashi Kiran, very expensive was Shashi Kiran today. Especially the last 2 overs going for 24. Well, that has been the dominance of the batsman. He really forced him to change those lines with absolutely no spin to play with. The more straighter, the more you bowl in the arc, the more the batsman will punish. The last over, that's the 19th coming up. 166 for 6. Well, we always want the plane to be stationary. Become a stationary object plane. And there is always happiness whenever it goes above us. So final over coming up, Ramesh. Bowl the final of the innings. Oh, that struck wonderfully. That went flat batted. I'll search for a shelter, Mr. Ramesh, says Vikram. So Aziz, another left-hander into the batting crease. Have a look at that strike rate. So they've just stored the best for the last. So living up to the reputation, the beasts, of scoring over that 175 mark. What a good shot, that last one. But yes, the last wicket was won on an important wicket. He bowled it slightly wider of the off stump. Asked the batsman to go for that biggie. And the fielder at gully taking a very good catch. How many more runs are we seeing? The battle is the first target. Will be somewhere running close to that 175. That's played away. That is going into the gap. That's gone for four. Save your bets for the last. Aziz says, thank you, Mr. Roshan. I've learned a lot from you. Well, I'll carry on. I'll carry on for the team. I'll carry on for all that mesmerizing time. Well, all the accolades are being carried on. He's off and running with the boundary. Well, Aziz just says, who told that there is so much time for you to settle? No, it only requires one ball for me to settle in. And he hits it away for four. Trying to go for that big one, trying to heave that one. It's a dot ball. It's a very good start. There's only 4 runs coming. In fact, 5 runs coming in the last 3 balls. Fantastic stuff from Ramesh as well. So is he going to end on a high or is it vice versa? And Peel, I believe this might have been on the top of off. But yes, he's bowling it straight. He's attacking the stumps. He's attacking the stumps. The batsman will try to go for everything. Or once you're bowling it straight to the batsman, will be looking for the room and the ball in the slot. The superb stuff from Ramesh this after going for that boundary. So 172 the battle beasts. Are we seeing that mark of 175? Slight change in the field. A more dominant offside field now. A field at third man. Well, what he'll ensure is don't give anything down the leg. A bowl it on the off. That's again creeped down the ground. The fielder will cut it off. A very good comeback. A very good staged comeback. This. The battle beast at one moment. In fact, 103 runs come in the last 59 balls. And only 2 wickets fall. So great fight back from the beasts. Last ball of the 20th coming up. 173 for 6. This is what the experienced bowlers do to you. Immediately get off and running. This is lovely running from them. The battle beasts, as that score is dealing for you. 175 they end with. But a very good staged comeback from Ramesh in the last few balls after going towards that boundary. Giving away only 7 in the last 4 balls and ensuring no boundary has come. But yes, the battle beast will be really happy. 105 in the back end. Only losing 2 wickets. We'll talk about this match. 175 for 6. The beasts end with. And we'll come back from really short. Well, we are back on air. We are back on air, and what are the sights we're seeing already at the Reeth? The Map Marvels have already lost two. That to two big wickets. Shashikiran again. The slow ball, the second time in a while. Two openers being dismissed for ducks. Trying to go for the big one, was very close to the off stump there. Ravi it is who makes his way to the crease. But yes, how important are those two wickets? Well, once you fight hard, fight till the end. That is how you're winning. And that is what exactly the men in orange have displayed well. The men in orange are really playing it out today against the Knight Riders. So yes, they're playing in IPL and in HBCL as well. They're shining. That's again in the air. Fielder, backpedaling, and he judged that nicely. That's gone through the hands. Well, he backpedaled there. He backpedaled. That took the edge. Luck with Ravi. But not far again. He was slower, slightly slower this time. The bowlers have been absolutely being very, very clever today. We have even seen this with the Map Marvels bowlers. They've been absolutely so slow. Give the batsman nothing of it to play with. They're proving to be even more dangerous. The men in orange. A slow speeder! That's beaten Rollins up! Trying to go for the big one, full of slow ball. And there you go, stump, the leg stump rattled. What an outstanding ball this was from the bowler. Well, Shaker it is. The batsman was setting to go for a big one. Was completely bamboozled there. It was absolutely bamboozled. The time he got the bat in, he was trying to go for the big one. Yes, he was practicing that. What a ball that was. It was completely flummoxed in the air. This is magnificent bowling. This is bowling at its very best. This. Well, he lined up for a biggie was Ravi. It was already dropped. He backpedaled, but not to be. Well, fielder, it's not a problem. It's not at all a problem. You dropping a catch. I don't require anyone. It's a ball and the stumps are talking at the moment. It was a brilliant ball from Shaker. Right at the base of the shoe. It's completely cut him into half. It's just exactly stopped going for that big one. Wow. The first half of the first match belonged to the Map Marvels, but after that, it has completely come down to the beasts. Well, it was Samuel in the first innings. Now it is Shaker. Well, beasts from the two sides. 2 gone, 6 for 3. Wow, noteworthy, isn't it? If the bowlers are so clever bowling like this, that is what you want to learn on the field. Learn exactly how the bowlers have bamboozled you in the first innings too. This time the batsman was completely squared up. In first innings as well, we've seen the batsman trying to play with the hard hands. But this is something else. This is next level stuff this from the bowlers. Full time! Adrian is completely standard here. What's happening here with the Map Marvels? Well, the other day that would have gone over the field. But today it's completely they're over the Map Marvels like a rush. The batsmen are just coming and going. Well, it was whistled off the bat from Adrian. What an easy catch that was. Well, it was the man of the moment. Yes! Roshan wants to contribute in all the aspects and he calls himself the all-rounder. The Map Marvels are in huge trouble. 6 for 4. Adrian gone for 4. Wow. Cricket is such a funny game, isn't it? It's a fantastic game, cricket. The bowlers come out all guns blazing. They flummox the batsmen in the air. They flummox the batsmen with fantastic stuff. And when the luck contributes to you, oh, it's something to say. Wow. Surreptitious stuff this. Synchronicity. Absolutely loading at the Reeth. Well, the men in yellow, it's not an ordinary team, mind you. It's not at all an ordinary team. But they're completely on the back foot at the moment. We know what they bring to the table. They're a very quality side. But at the moment, all the quality is with the men in orange. It is the SRH in the IPL, and on the same day in the HBL, we are seeing the men in orange shine. I could have imagined Azhar it is who got that wicket. With 2 wickets to his name already. Well, Adrian, if he would have struck some more nicely, that would have gone over the field of a 4. But regulation takes aren't these. It was that regulation takes from Roshan. Absolutely just darts these. Picking the fielder. The floodgates have opened. The floodgates have opened. Bharat has come into the crease now. That's a wide there. Have a look at the swing. Have a look at the swing. How good and neat action has Bharat got. Exactly releasing it from the eye line. Bharat. Sorry, from Aziz. But Bharat has been absolutely clever. He's been very dominant in the power play today. As when he was bowling. He was bowling so slow. You've even seen him flummoxing the batsman in the end too. So not to get away, he has absolutely put 12 dot balls in the innings when he was bowling. So already 7 for 4. That's Slided drive and straight to the fielder at point. The map marvels lose 5. Oh, this is something ominous from the men in orange. Well, they're marking their comebacks in a remarkable fashion. Well, what's happening? What's happening at the rate? The batsmen are just coming, the batsmen are going. Well, he was trying to clear, he was trying to play through the line there. But not to be. They completely paired around him. What a huge wicket again. Well, Bharat it was who was dominating in that power play. In the first innings with the ball, not to be with the bat. Well, on the other end, the batsman is really thinking, Wasim, what is really happening with the team? Well, no answers at the moment. But they're having all the answers. They're in rollicking form. It's a roller coaster, so life is a roller coaster, isn't it? Well, so are the men in orange. So is the life for the men in orange at the moment. They're rollicking along. They're rollicking along very, very nicely. The map marvels 7 for 5. So Murli, the spinner, goes into the batting crease. Well, a huge responsibility in his hands. Aziz with number 3. Well, it was Roshan with the bat. Aziz with the ball. Well, heroes can be two-sided, isn't it? Heroes can transcend. Wow. Can you imagine? Adrian was caught straight at the cover. And now come the ball. The bat completely turning in the hand of Bharat. The fielder taking an easy catch. That's nicely played. That's nicely played from Murli. What are we seeing? Have a look at that scorecard. On the same ground, you've seen Sijika slump to 40 for 5. Remember in that first half. But the map marvels, well, we are talking about them being a quality side. Not easy to break through because of the batting lineup they possess. But everything is easy for the man in orange at the moment. That's nicely played. Look at the way he's releasing the ball. A good upright seam position. It's exactly reminding us of Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. The ball swinging away exactly from the sideline. Exactly being side on to the off stump. This is a superb action he's got. A very nice, clean action. Straight. Making the batsman ball hold its line. A regulation check for the wicketkeeper that. A regulation catch would that have been for the wicketkeeper? 2.4 the mark marvel, 7 for 5. Well, who could have imagined? So yes, once more. What omen can this bring us? The plane over us. And all over the opposition at the moment, the man in orange. A ball shaping away there. That is a predominant reason They're telling, yes, taking it to play on the front foot. What a superb over this. Well, Aziz, incredible figures. He's 2 overs, 3 for 5. 3 gone, 7 for 5. And the beast has been unleashed. It was Roshan. It was Roshan who was the beast in the first innings. But now it's the Venom. It's the bowler sucking the Venom. Well, Venom brings vigor, isn't it? That is, the toxicity is always good. But toxicity, vice versa, is at the moment for the men in orange. They're really not knowing what to do. Vasu will be so important for the team. Vasu will be absolutely important for the team. So, Bhargav, it was a superb batsman. He was 12,000 runs. He could have been very, that's nicely driven away. But the bowlers, the swinging, one swinging into the batsman, one with the angle going away. The batsman will be really very, very careful. What a scorecard that the battle beast, Amir and Vivek. The first time they were trying to play with the hard hands, it was the likes of Bhargav and Ramesh at that point of time who were very clever, bowling the slow balls in for you. And yeah, check this shot there, just chipping it straight to the fielder. Well, the batsman will be really careful. That's really good running. That's really very good running. Well, how much ever he moves his feet at this point of time, that much will be important for the team. He should be really thinking on his feet. We have seen the strikes. We have seen the strikes from the opposition today. How good has that been, that strike from the batsman? The way they played, the way they waited, the way they used those wrists, especially Roshan. Onside, offside, he was dominating. He waited for the ball. So yes, they have to really, literally get some game time, Murli and Vasu. We know magic is really possible. We have seen a superb century on this ground. We've really seen wonderful century on this ground from the bat of Kido. 124, that remains the best. After that, Raviteja, 99. So we never know in cricket. So yes, all the results possible. Still they have the batsmen to come, the map marvels. So never can we rule out. So on the hindsight as well, even in the first innings, we were really thinking the two openers were really quickly dismissed. But after that, we really know the show. What number 4, number 5 did for the team. Slower it was. Very slow. So that is what the bowlers have really learned. That's what the bowlers have really learned. The first innings, this is what the Mac Marvel bowlers did. Bowled it slower. Those off cutters, the back of the hand, front of the hand. Did not allow the batsman to settle. And they forced the batsman to go for those big shots. In fact, the cross-batted hoiks. So now the batsmen should be very, very vigilant in their shot selection in this type of situations, which really bring out all the dexterity in you. That's nicely played away. Is that going for four? It's a fast outfield. No. The fielder will cut it off, in fact, and they go back for two. But yes, they're playing with the soft hands. This is what you get to see from all the batsmen today. The stride has been good. They've been playing with the very, very soft hands. They've been very destructive when the ball has been straight. The bowlers have been very, very clever, bowling it back of the length at the moment, not giving the batsman that ideal time to go for those big ones. Last ball of the fourth. Yeah, that's a good shot. Fielder, peddling. Oh, once more dropped there. Well, once more dropped. I believe it is Aziz was dropped the catch. Well, Aziz or AK, it was one of them would have dropped the catches. Well, wicketkeeper dropped and now it's the turn of the fielder. Well, what could have been 14 for 7? The map marvels 14 for 5. The captain asking the strike bowler, would he just want to go? Would he just want to get and add to his tally? But would it just been incredible figures from Aziz? Yes, it is Aziz who drops the catch. He did reach towards the ball there, but these catches are very, very important. Even in the back end, we've seen the catches being dropped. The catches win real matches for you. But yes, the wicket keeper, the last catch. In fact, in the very over of the second ball, it was really tough to take. These regulation takes challenge you as a wicket keeper. But yet, He'll be saved. And now the all-rounder Samuel. We'll talk about Samuel Badri, Marilyn Samuel. How many names with Samuel? All the legends, all the legends. Today he has just shown what he can do with the bat. This man on the screen, 64, a wonderful 64 of 29. That really changed the context of the innings. Roshan Samuel is into the bowling crease now, into the power play. Will he do further more damage? So yes, the battle be 6 out of the last 7 matches. It has been staggering stuff from them. And still hitting the middle stump. What if the catch gets dropped? Well, don't involve the stumps at all. We rely on skill getting wickets, says the man in orange. Straight, full, covering the line of the stumps, so attack the pads in the power play. And that's it. Well. Matt Marvels are slumping. 14 for 6. 14 for 6. Yes, the batsman completely disappointed with the way he's gone out. Well, could you have tried to just play straight because the ball slightly shaped in? Slightly shaped in. But what's happening with the Matt Marvels? What's completely happening with the Matt Marvels? We are in a question mark. We are absolutely in a question mark. What kind of scenes we are seeing at the RCC? The latest casualty, playing a poor shot, Vasu. It was very important. We never know what was said. What was said. They know everything. The men in orange, they're dominating at the RCC. 14 for 6. Vasu, LBW for 4. Well, the man with the golden arm, isn't it? The bat with the golden arm, the man with the golden arm. So gold's rate is sky high at the moment. But yes, when the gold is in the team, it is like this for you. It always brings a lot of accolades. And Roshan is earning all the accolades now. It was Aziz to start with. Then it slightly went on. Well, it was Aziz to start with. Then it was Shaker. Now it is the man on the screen, Roshan. Well, a superb contender for the man of the match. Well, Rohit. The instincts of Rohit Sharma. Hitman is into the crease at number 8. Well, he was taking good catches today. He looked very healthy. Down the ground, Rohit. Well, what does he have in the bag? What has he in store for us? Huge responsibility, Rohit. Yes, saving the best for the last, I said. As Hitman has got superb figures with the bat. Rohit as well has got so many dominant figures with the bat. 7,497 runs to his name over, averaging exactly somewhere close to 40. So it's a fantastic strike rate for the batsman coming in at number 8. So yes, it's a hard hitter, this man. But today, how is he going to play? All in all, a very different assignment for Rohit. How is he going to control his instinct? So exactly, it's a hitter versus hitter. Who is it going to win? So he is completely bamboozled away. Completely concretized on the back foot, isn't it, at the moment? Completely concretized on the back foot. Now it's all the time for consolidation. But yes, we thought on the hindsight, 22 for 2 was the only thing that was so good were the bowlers, the Matt Marvel bowlers. But talk about bowling at its very best. That's a wide there. This is what they are trying to do. And again, covering the line of the stumps is always very dangerous, especially in the power play. Exactly, bowling straight, bowling it around the pads, getting the ball to shape in away, shaping towards the batsman, Shaker getting the ball to swing in. Well, Roshan getting the ball to swing away, Aziz as well getting the ball to swing away. That's another wide there, but the idea from Roshan is clearly right. It's a wide indicated by the umpire. So yes, how many runs are being welcomed? They'll be really welcome from here on, but yes, this is what they need. An ideal game time. What are the kinds of challenges? What are the instincts? How is the mindset of the batsman from here on? Well, nicely played away. Rohit is off and running. Rohit, as you were really discussing, has got superb stats this time, over 7,400 runs. So yes, the strike rate clearly told. But yes, the strike rate has been on the downside for Rohit in the last 5 innings. But yes, it's an important man for the team. And another wide there, slightly slipping, Roshan. Is just trying to get the swing on the ball. What he has to try and do to channel is just bowl it straight. So yes, coming back to Rohit's form in 19 in 24, as we were really discussing. So all in all, different assignments, different challenges for hard hitters like this. So it is like Hardik Pandya coming in at all of 6 wickets. This is what India versus New Zealand as well happened in 2019. That's nicely played away. That's really nicely played away. That will rush away for four. Yes, it does. That will rush away for four from Murli. So anything is possible in cricket, isn't it? Yes, he nicely lending to the driver. Not much of a footwork there. But the weight being presented just threw his hands at that one. Well, that gone in between the fielders for four. Well, don't give it. Don't give it at any stage to any batsman. They're very, very dangerous like this. Murli is this a real opening that the team is looking for? Well, a casual drive. That was most timing on that one from Murli. A delightful drive from Murli's bat there. Oh, back of the length and through the outside edge again. Oh, what an over from Roshan as well. He succeeds. The man with the golden arm got the wicket of Vasu in the over. Plum in front, 22 for 6 after 5. Well, 22 for 6 after 5. What are we seeing at the HBCL? It's just the destiny of miracles which changes everything for you. 22 for 6. The map marvels are reeling at the moment. Have a look at the scorecard. Well, Ramesh was dismissed. Both the openers were dismissed for rugby. This is the second time in a while that Shashi Kiran was cleaned up. Well, Adrian it was. He would have considered himself very, very unlucky. Ravi as well. He was dismissed of a full toss. The captain going through Aziz and that's nicely lent into the drive for four. He's not holding back Rohit. And we talk about Hitman Sharma and living up to the reputation of the name. Again, tall man, good eyes Rohit has got. Nicely lent into the field and had absolutely no chance again. Bare minimum footwork there, but more elegance in the shot. Superb timing from Rohit's first boundary. In fact, back-to-back boundaries in consecutive overs for the Map Marvel batsman. Well, one over can really change a lot of things. We never know. We never know. Yes, they just definitely look to get their eye in, isn't it? As we, as we were really talking, the batsman had absolutely no clue. It was one batsman like that who absolutely had no clue. In fact, he lined up for a big one, a wonderful slow ball Yorker. You normally see the stumps being flowing all over the ground when there are faster ones being channeled in. That's for four. Well, the fielders will just stand and admire that. Rohit! A strong hit down the ground as his name. A lot of vibrations in the name and the vibrations from the bat of Rohit. It was a beautiful hit. Oh, scream past us as they had absolutely no chance. I have seen some superb shots from Samuel's bat. And that's one for the night. This is easy. This is easy. This is just overcompensation of length. Rohit is in big touch and big form. This is clear statements being passed on to the men in blue. Sorry, men in orange. Well, men in orange domination can be two-way. Well, I'm here to just dominate for myself and my team, says Rohit. He nicely helped it along its way. Well, Rohit says I'll target all regions for boundaries. So good boundaries. In fact, 3 boundaries scored in the last 11 balls. So easy. Very sensible from Rohit this. A very good batting from him. But yet, a destructive power play for the Marvels. In fact, a dream for the man in orange comes to an end. Where it has been a dream start in the power play. 37 for 6. Well, life is just like riding a bicycle, isn't it? Keep your balance, you must keep moving. And that is what Rohit is exactly doing at the moment. He's riding his bicycle for the team. The bicycle of Map Marvels has only one statement now. Consolidate hit. Well, Rohit announcing himself 15 in 8, especially the last one, was cream past that mid on. We had absolutely no chance. In fact, long off as well. Long on was stationed just to see it going past him like a rocket. So Devendra is into the bowling crease. So yes, Devendra over 316 matches. Stellar record he has got as a bowler. Off-break bowler, nice high arm action, 316 matches, 304 wickets. Still few that economy 6.85. So yes, definitely an accumulator for the team. When we see this time, it came out with best figures for the bowlers. 7 for 4, now 6 for 49. This man has got simply a great career for him to save. Easy adding wickets to his name too. But the Map Marvels, first task would be for them to just consolidate right now. Oh, well, another inside edge. Another inside edge. Well, they just need to face, 139 in 83, still manageable. So yes, how is that mindset at the moment right now? How are they controlling it? So as I was really discussing, life is just like riding a bicycle. You'll change the world by being yourself. So Rohit will be himself. Yes, Rohit will be himself and smash boundaries like that. He'll take that, just takes the bowler. What a shot that was! Meat of the bat! Oh, strong bottom end in that shot from Rohit's bat. Entertainment is unlimited today. We've seen one from Samuel, and we are seeing full entertainment from Rohit too. What a shot that was! More Dhoni in that shot. Well, Dhoni complains of his helicopter, but Rohit says he has his own unique style of scoring runs. Well, that's magnificent timing from Rohit. Yes, what a shot that one. Full bludgeon of the bat. It's just like a simple pendulum, a high backlift. And weight went towards the boundary. This was just a magnificent shot, this one. Rohit, we've already seen it whistle past mid-on. And this is God level batting from Rohit, this. Well, just wait and split the field! Split the gap! Surgical precision from Rohit! Well, he's an accumulator. He's a hitter. Well, he's just tailored that boundary. He's absolutely tailored that gap in between the fielders. Only slight gap and he had absolutely no chance. Well, this is stylish from Rohit. Absolutely stylish from Rohit. Well, the runs are flowing for the Mac Marbles too. We know they're a dangerous side. With 4 boundaries coming in the last few overs. A simply outstanding batting from Rohit. Just waited this time on the back foot. And nicely pierced away. Only slight gap he had to be. Venkat absolutely had no chance there. It just threaded like a needle. That's threaded the gap there. Virat Kohli more in that shot for you. This is why awesome batting. That's the reason we call them Rocco. Legendary stuff from Rohit's bat. Yes, sensible stuff. Very sensible stuff. But how he threaded the needle, isn't he? Just threaded the gap. This is brilliant batting from Rohit, isn't it? 23-12. The way he is hitting straight, that bottom hand, the top hand he's using. Well, he's just an all-rounder, this man, Rohit. Sensational stuff from him, and absolutely sensational stuff. Just tells he'll fight till the end. 45 for 6 after 7. Well, batters, when it comes to the ego, when it matters the most, they just play like Rohit. They just play like Rohit. They just play like Samuel. Well, all these batsmen make cricket very interesting. Very interesting. Well, are we seeing just another innings like Kiddo? Well, number 5 are very dangerous, isn't it? We have seen how mesmerizing already. Well, already 87 runs have been scored from the batsman coming in at number 5. 64 came from the bat of Roshan. 23 already, 12 is in dangerous touch. Rohit can never predict what is really coming in a cricket match. But yes, the way he has used the top hand, that's nicely cut away, using the depth of the crease, going on to the back foot. Plan your game, plan your game. Well, once. Same like that, when the phase is not going for you, plan yourself, pace the innings. That is what exactly Rohit is doing. So Murli as well, 18-10. He has got the iron now. But he as well has so many things to do. Well, Murli is more like a bowler for the team. But now, it will be imperative for Murli to as well concretize in the crease. Just split those gaps. Know where the gaps are. Know where the fielders are. Know whom to really target. Roshan bowling it straight. Another bowler with a very smooth and a neat arm. Straight at the field there. In fact, straight to the field and a third man. Well, these are the sort of situations which are really challenging. All the nuances of the batsman will come into play. Where are they going? How are the oppositions planning and playing out? The opposition are really trying for the wickets. There will be no ideal doubt that they will be trying for wickets. In fact, 2 catches which went down. Well, in fact, one of the catches was even Rohit's. So once that is there for you, you as a batsman are always having a boon. So it is always a time to rethink when there is a second chance being presented to you. Rohit on strike. 23-14. Striking at 160. Oh, rolled his way. Shot for 4. Yes! What a shot there from Rohit. 15 from Armal for the Mac Marbles. Well. Saving the best for the last. Well, experience telling on his face. Well, rolled his wrist absolutely perfectly. Shot up jab. He just stayed there. He knew that was going for 4. Well, Rohit scoring runs on all to the parts of the ground. He's just trading the bowlers with this game. Lilvidia is really enjoying himself out in the middle. That's a wonderful shot that has gone for four. No, in fact, the field at fine leg. What a shot that was, last one, previous one. A superb timing on that occasion. Yes, see, have a look at it. It's a stylish shot. It's a nice rotation of the hips. It was a fantastic shot. He just kept the ball in the air. That's it. He beautifully rolled his wrists, in fact. What wonderful timing it was from Rohit's bat. Yes, yes, this is what Vasu should ideally do. In fact, Murli should ideally do. Take his time in the middle. Just listen to Rohit. Rohit and Murli will definitely be talking. Well, in fact, it is really appearing a lot of camaraderie between them. So Rohit said no. Rohit said no. So a direct hit. So 8 gone, 51 for 6. Stop. Go. Oh, how much are they paying you for going to the real line? Oh, hey. One. Rohit Chad! Ball, ball. Well, that's Hitman for you. That's Hitman for you. He's turned the nozzles. He's turned it really exciting. What a shot from Rohit's bat. Striking at 183. Fearless. The strength in that from Rohit. Shot and screamed away for fire. What a shot once more. Entertainment at its very best. You've seen in the last over what he could do. This time rolling his wrists once more. Oh, those fast hands for you. Stylish play. Well, everything is in the name. Everything is in the name for Rohit. Well, Hitman dominating. That's really good bowling. That's wonderful bowling. Well, Devendra absolutely proving expensive. Well, Rowe will go with the flow. Rowe is flowing like a river. Not trickling, is flowing like a river. Very pure in that stroke play. Oh, drift there. That's wonderful bowling from Devendra. Well, Rowe will go with the flow. Rowe will really go with the flow. But what has been a really interesting thing, Devendra has been getting a slight drift. of the last few balls. The Map Marvels, they're fighting hard. 48. This partnership, 62 for 6. Well, 62 for 6. This has been entertainment reloaded from Rohit Sharma. Rohit 2.0. We know what Rohit Sharma has done for us. How good services he has offered for the Indian team. But this Rohit Sharma, for the Map Marvels, shining bright with the bat. So Vithil Podu with the bat, throw with the flow. So serene, so seated in the seas, in the seat making, in the stroke making, isn't it? Very pristine with the way he's been batting, especially the way he has been rolling his. Is that six was simply an outstanding six. The last one. So Shaker has been the dominant of the bowlers. 2 overs, 2 for 9. So easy getting a wicket. They really need a wicket of Rohit badly. If this run flow has to stop, Rohit has to be dismissed. But Rohit, this has been a one-man army. It has been a one-man show for him. 114 in 66 balls. Well, that run rate was really in check. For 3 overs, they were 7 for 5, remember. In fact, the last 6 overs earning over 55. And Rohit has scored 38 of them. And of the 38, 34 runs have come in form of boundaries. Well, imagine the boundary frequency. Well, in fact, the overall boundary frequency of the tournament is 56. But the boundary frequency at the moment is 93. So that is how dominant Rohit has been. The ball slightly holding its surface, slightly holding on the surface, but this will be an exciting contest. Shaker was absolutely wonderful in that power play. 2.2, 2 for 9. He's making the ball hold its line. The ball swinging away. Yes, they should be talking in the middle. Well, buddy, and let us analyze the condition. Let us play ball to ball. So yes, that will as well slightly relieve that pressure of Rohit as well, because the more and more that Murli is coming and talking to him, just saying, buddy, just relax. Relax will be only key. Relaxation will be the only key to success for the team now. Oh, that's really well bowled. Again, cramping the batsman for Rumya. Nicely played away. It's really nicely played away. But yes, Rohit, humongous task ahead of him here. Absolutely magic, as I was really telling. So he's in at a position where, on the contrary, Murli is in at a position where Vikram has been batting as well. But just remember, now he's chasing. So yes, at some time, at some point of time, Murli as well needs to up the ante. He does not have that ideal time to really stop like Vikram and see the ball. So yes, another few overs just to try to get in. But how much time more will really Murli contain? 9 in 15. With one boundary he has scored, but Rohit has been just scoring at the rate of knots. He has been absolutely timing the ball perfectly, threading the ball like a needle. Onside, offside, he has scored all around the ground. The wagon wheel is picture perfect. For a batsman who is just, could have gone back onto the stump, just stop the ball. But a tight over, a very tight over from Shaker. Only one run being considered of it so far. Are we really seeing something? Are we really seeing something happening? So 49, this partnership has just studied the ship, has held the innings for the Marvels. It's nicely played away. Jazz nicely played away. Very vigilant there. Well, Shaker breaking the stumps. But a Miserlio is a fantastic over from Shaker that only one run conceded. 63 for 6 after 10. And the players will take drinks. Rohit here. Oh, Rohit here. Keep this now. A handsome shot. Dancing down the pitch. And smacking it away. We see Rohit Sharma hitting wonderful sixes, dancing down the track. In fact, huge sixes. Front foot pulls on the back, on the square. Some few wonderful shots down the ground. This time, square on the offside. What a shot it was from Rohit. But Rohit has already surpassed his half century. It's simply magnificent from him. This resurgence loaded from Rohit. Can you imagine 84 runs out of 84 runs? 60 runs have been scored from Rohit's bat. But still a humongous task. Well, an asking rate of at least around 14 now. 92 in 40. Rohit in the air! He was running, he reached towards the ball there, he reached towards the ball. Always tough catches these, always tough catches. But a huge relief for the team. Well, but on the hindsight, we thought he would have not reached for the catch. It's a very good effort. That's a very good effort again. Well, keeping those hands again, controlling that momentum when you're charging in, very tough. And Rohit's bowling it faster, bowling it more closer to the stumps there, bowling it, challenging the outside edge. Are we seeing any outside edges from here? Satya bowling very nicely here. Has already created a chance. Yes! What a shot that was on the hindsight. It was superbly struck from Rohit's bat. Can you imagine it has only gone for a single? The last ball of the 14th. Well, to every man out there, we know you carry far more than whatever you speak about. That is what Rohit is speaking. That is what Roshan spoke about a lot. Still going on. Murli is speaking as well a different language. 14 gone, 87 for 6. The 14 gone, 87 for 6. Rohit is in next level form. The way he has danced down the wicket was a superb shot, an absolutely mesmerizing shot. Well, can you imagine 40, in fact 56 runs out of the 63 runs have come in form of boundaries. Today that boundary frequency has been absolutely top notch. The way Roshan has dominated, the way Rohit has dominated. In fact, the bowlers in form of Azaz, in form of Shaker, Pfeiffer. Can you imagine this partnership absolutely progressing in a very breathtaking pace? But at one point, 31 in 18, now 73 in 59. So slightly slowed down the partnership. It was more from the bowlers. In fact, there was consolidation. Consolidation bringing about a lot of things when Cricket Hero says. So when we know you carry far more than you speak about, for bills, expectations, responsibilities, and pressure, and you take it all in quietly. And now Rohit is absolutely taking everything quietly alongside Murli. And that's a wide there. So yes, all in all, pressure, all the commitment, all the responsibility. So every day you put on a brave face and never share what you're going through. Believing it makes you look weak. No, Rohit is not sharing what he is feeling, but he'll only understand. Oh, that's Phil. We'll know what is right field, but talk about the jubilance of the field of the batsman. Oh, what an outstanding innings from Rohit once more. Well, all that effort. Yes, the clap will go on from him. This is a very good catch. Well, in fact, the catch of the match. But the resilience, the blades from Rohit is over. It's a fantastic innings that comes to an end. The way he has struck 63 runs, 54 in form of boundaries. Well, he's walking off. Well, that was struck at the rate of luck. That was traveling at the speed of a rocket. Well, it required something incredible to dismiss this man. Well, what an innings from Rohit. Yes, he comes back. He comes back. Well, he tried hard. He really tried hard in the last over as well. We've seen the catch going down. But not to be this time. This was more a serious catch. Flat and it was plucked out of brilliance. Well, Rohit as well will receive a great ovation. Well, a warrior's innings from Rohit's bat. He has really lived up to the expectations. But a huge wicket, the jubilant from the bowler told it all. Madhu, the man with the golden arm, dismissing a very, very, very big batsman. In fact, the biggest wicket of what you could have asked for today. Rohit is gone for a very well-made 63, but in fact gone at a wrong time. 88 for 7, the map marbles. But what an outstanding shot that was. In fact, well, he's traveling, they're absolutely traveling. Well, just have a speedometer and dismiss. Sorry, in fact, just measure the speed of the ball. Well, that's how. Well, Rohit might not have muscles, but the way he has been striking muscularly. Oh, what a shot that! It was a very good catch. It was 100 marks. 100 marks to that catch. It was a brilliant catch. Yes, Vivek, the captain, it was a superb effort from him. An outstanding effort from Vivek that. The captain just showing what can be done. So Sriniket makes his way to the crease. But not much with the bat for Sriniket. 40 matches, he can bat. Sriniket, the strike rate really tells you. But what a wonderful catch. It was a wonderful catch that. A full toss. Timed away nicely. But yes, from here on 88 in 34, the task really becoming tough. So Rohit really tried his heart out, isn't it? That's what you expect from him. Every day you put it on the brave face. Rohit had a brave face till that point of time. You never know what you're going through. He was going through everything because he was single-handedly, absolutely handling the innings. Well, he tailored the innings. He really tailored and scripted the innings. Just a script of brilliance he has written all over at the RCC today. The reach was absolutely fair. Has absolutely seen fascination from the number 7 batsman. Two combinedly have got over 127 runs at a strike rate of close to 200. And again, concretize on the back foot, bowling it wider. Madhu, the man with the golden arm. But what a wicket to have. It's a huge wish in the armory to have. So that run rate closer to 17 now, 87 in 31. It dances down the track. Is going into the gap now. The fielder will cut it off. In fact, Roshan, it will be who will cut it off. So 86 in 30, 89 for 7 after 15. So 89 for 7 after 15. What an over that. That will be a game-changing over of the match. In fact, a rich end. Once what happens when a plane flies above us. What is it bringing? What is it really bringing? So now it will be real magic needed from Murli or Sriniket. Well, both can hold the innings, but it should be a magic. It should be like the Hitman's innings. We are into the Hitman's phase, the launch. Finally. 90 for 7, 86 in 30. A miserly over, the last one. So yes, this is what the cricket brings to you. The men, we want to tell you, everyone, the men out there, to tell you that it's okay to express your emotions. That is what the bowler as well expressed just now. Jubilance on his face. It was a huge joy, huge sigh of a relief, somewhere between expectations and responsibilities. And Rohit's heart, and definitely the captain's heart will be deserving to breathe. In fact, in the first innings, it was like that. The captain's heart was really breathing. They never knew what was really happening. Setting a field right now. Let's cricket be the escape. Now, who is really escaping? Who is making that escape? Which batsman is coming us to draw in some magic? Are we expecting a miracle? Cricket is a miracle, so is life. Satya it is. That's a wide down the leg side there. So what will the bowling team and the batting team will be really thinking again? A lot of mistakes to really correct. That the opening batsmen today especially have been really disappointing for the Mac Marvels. They really want to correct all these going into the next matches because all these very important, very, very important at a big tournament. Matches like these will shape you into really good teams. Well, they were going for rash shots. Again, we have seen very soft decisions as well today. Needs to ideally spend the time in the crease. That is what exactly Rohit did. That is what exactly even Samuel did as well. Lot to learn from the way he has batted today. Well, yes, on the hindsight, going for those big ones are always very necessary, important in T20 cricket because every over you never know what is going to happen, what the bowler is going to bring you. But he's staying in out there and analyzing the situation. That was really lacking from the men in yellow today. On the hindsight, the last four matches they did exactly that, exactly analyze the situation. But today, two important big men were missing in the team. So clearly tells you how to play, when to play, all those big shots, all those rash shots, the soft hands, the soft dismissals. Today, ideally, there's no intent from batsmen, especially the top order, to spend some time in the crease, especially during that power play. So yes, inside edge there, yes, inside edge onto the stumps. They're falling off quickly now. Sriniket dismissed for two. All the difference between the two teams. Batting first, this ground has always been a blessing. The map marvel, sorry, the beasts who are unleashing today. It's the venom. Syndicate, their latest casualty. They're trying to just go over that big one. They're trying to just go over that big one down the ground. But only just inside it. Shot to the stump. Syndicate dismissed for two. In fact, 93 for 8. Well, 93 for 8. Again, the detail I was really talking about. The time you ideally want to spend in the crease. Absolutely frustrated. I was the dugout. Just play. Don't play those cross-banded hike. Again, the shot selections were really poor from the batsman. SP makes his way to the crease, left-hander. Well, everyone, whoever are coming in, are chipping in with wickets. At least one wicket to their names. Azaz has been pick of the bowlers. The ball, the way he has been swinging the ball, getting the ball to hold the line, in swingers, out swingers. Azaz superb, Shaker superb, Roshan as well. An ultimate contender for the man of the match, no doubt about that. The way he has been playing and paced his innings absolutely wonderfully. Well, all that. Well, the men like you really make you learn a lot of things. Again, was trying to go for that big hoik again with the hard hands, trying to drag that one onto the leg side. So, Bam Marvels, it has been a day for them like that. Soft dismissals, getting cleaned up with again. The luck as well, one of the factors which has been there for the men in orange. So SP makes his way to the crease. Well, not much as far as SP is concerned. Can bat, definitely. The strike rate really tells you so. You're having all the teams where the batsman should predominantly bat till number 10. So is he having that resilience SP to really drag the game deep? Well, the net run rate will be something which the teams will be really looking for ideally. Oh, there you go. That's a wide there. But yes, extras from the two teams have been really, really heavy. In fact, slightly more, the opposition giving up 16 extras. So yes, the more and more disciplined the men in orange have been slightly more disciplined than the men in yellow. Yes, extras as well will be some of the cause of the concerns, especially the slog overs. You've seen number of runs being leaked away. The second half, they've been exactly more towards the batsman's strength. So all in all, so many things for them. Looking at the soft dismissal, especially the catches being dropped in the end. So yes, in the end, whenever you're coming towards the end, the pressure will be really telling to you. And again, there you go. They're checking the shots. They're really checking their shots again. The feet really being concretized today. And absolutely failing to play those straight ones. 16 gone, 94 for it. It's 82 and 24. And Rohit has been a huge find today, especially all the positives, even for the map marvels, would be the bowling the way they did. Especially Bhargav was absolutely superb. Rohit as well, Bhargav, Ramesh, they really bowled the slow balls, exactly got the ball to dip. Simply outstanding these two, Ramesh and Bhargav, especially they dominated that power play. But in the end, it was all those extra runs. In fact, the last three going for it somewhere closer to 35. So that really changed. That really changed the instincts. So we know 1 over in T20 can change a lot of things. Says they really want to play till the end. What a game of cricket this has been. It has been a superb game of cricket. Especially we have seen number four, the batsman coming in at number four and number five. Have a look at this. The batsman coming in at number seven has really got a magic. Rohit as well exactly came in an identical position. It's been simply outstanding from them. Well, if you really combine those two strike rates, it is very much closer to somewhere around 150. You, so they just tell you how strong the middle order and what the responsibility is for them to shoulder in the middle. Well, bowled it straight, Shaker. He has absolutely done nothing. You as a bowler would really want to bowl straight, attack the stumps. He's done absolutely nothing. And again, a very neat action Shaker has got. Still simply runs and just completes his action. So sometimes you don't need any biomechanics. It's just that skill which really separates you as a bowler. You're just playing it out. Murli, 11 in 28 at the moment. So he's got a message clearly out there from the team. And I didn't get it. Well, Murli as well was very casual going towards the non-strikers, and he as well never thought. But yes, he came in at number five. All was all. It was really on Rohit's shoulders. And Murli as well should really go, isn't it? Big shots should always come from two ends. It's not only idealistically on one batsman to complete the innings. So 81 in 20. So they should go really close again. Somewhere they would really not want to lose with a big margin. We know they're really battling it out. They want to play till the 20th. So in the air, there they want to have a fielder at cover, a catching cover still. The batsman just chipping the ball, checking the shots. The slow balls are being on to. Is the catching cover in place? No. Closer to the stumps. Excellent spell from Shaker comes to an end. 4 overs, 2 for 11. He ends with 95 for it. Another 81 in 18. Yes, when life plays heavy, give yourself the chance. Just play your heart out. Lol. Another in Centurion, this is what happens. Play your heart out. So the Charizard Warriors winning another match quite comprehensively by 5 wickets. Here we are seeing another team on the verge of a fantastic win. Let cricket be that escape. Now, where is that escape really coming from? Well, we are talking about injuries as well. Well, a long tournament, you really don't want to get injured. So, yes, manage your bowling workload. Very important for every team. Well, maximum, not every day. Allows proper training or recovery, takes awareness. Even more important for the bowlers, it's very, very important. We've seen Shashikin slightly very much injured today. So, yes, we know this is a very, very long tournament and workload for the bowlers is very, very important. All the batsmen don't play well. In fact, all the teammates don't play in the team quite naturally. So, as we are into the 18th, so if you feel like discomfort, don't push through it. Pause and just reflect. Or where can you get better? So he's just playing it out, just playing it out. It's just game time is very, very important. We've seen the batsmen just come out and go. But 7 for 5 at one stage. Could you have imagined? It was just an innings of kiddo stage from Rohit. It was an absolutely encouraging innings. But yes, and even the first innings, the over rate was something the cause of the concern. Yes, we understand the ball did go out of the ground on few occasions. In fact, it took over 1 hour 45 minutes. It will be the teams which will be really even reflecting on this too. That over rate, which has to be some cause of concern for the teams. They would want to complete and finish off the matches early. But yes, the dot ball frequency has been something to say about for both the teams. At least 15 to 20 dot balls. It has been the tournament as well. Throughout the tournament, once there have been a string of dot balls, or where there has been a phase where there has been no boundary coming, we've at least seen 20 dot balls per team. The second half has been something to say for different teams. We see so many runs coming in the second half as well. But yes, don't get away. Even second half has produced wins and wickets. The mid-off is element has gone for fire. Yes! Finally from Murli's bat. Finally from his bat. He has been just defending all through. But now, El Gelchow Nilchow. Yes, that is what the team is telling too. He has just absolutely concretized, just like Rahul Dravid. Nicely played away for four. And a boundary that will give him a big reprieve. A fuller ball to win with. Satya ends with another impacting spell. 18 gone, 19 9 for 8. Will tailor as per your needs. That is what the batsmen have exactly done. In fact, the bowlers too. They've removed and tailored the team's win. They've anchored the win. In fact, so Murli, after staying for almost 34 balls, that is what was the message even from the team. Just stay and play it out for yourself. Madhu, the man with the golden arm, in fact, a huge wicket of Rohit, he'll definitely remember this match. Will Madhu to continue, 99 for 8. Yeah. What a win. What an exciting win this. They'll be really proud looking at the scorecard. The two dismisses, in fact, the first six batsmen have not scored any runs. In fact, the first seven batsmen, 16 remains the highest. So very proud will be the battle beasts. They were tested, they were challenged, and they came back with a vengeance. This man exactly bowling like James Treadwell. This man, Madhu. Well, James Treadwell, a nostalgic reunion with that man. Well, in fact, it was a yes, exactly bowling like Treadwell. And Treadwell asks, Bill! Empire Mateen gives a good time for thinking, but he says, no, but the empires have absolutely remained unperturbed, isn't it? That is what experience, it comes with a lot of experience. Remain cool and composed. Well, James Treadwell as well. Remember way back in 2013 Champions Trophy versus England. James Treadwell exactly bowling above the eye line. He exactly bowls more with a conventional grip. The grip with the spinner's catch on with the thumb and the index finger. Well, one of the grips. And bowls are quicker. Well, Madhu as well ends with a brilliant spell of off spin bowling from Madhu. 4 overs, one made in, one for 15, alone made in of the match. So Map Marvels, 19 9 for 8 after 19. It's 77 in 6 balls. Well, 99 for 8. A clinical performance. Well, Murli, 16 in 34. He got a boundary, just absolutely being in the crease. Stuck like Dravid. Yes, shown. What can he do? So, last over for the spinner, Narayana. It will be an experienced bowler. This man is there into bowl. The last will be disappointed today. Adi Narayana was playing very nicely, did get to a start, but he couldn't convert that. Well, smash down the ground. Is it goal? Yes. He's going for four. He's on the ground, in fact. He came around, and SP with that has got his 100th four on the boundary, and this brings a 100 for the team for the Mac Marvels too. Well, in fact, football doing the trick for you. That's a goal in form of a boundary. So this was a dominant target. They were aiming 100. So really played out, and that's nicely played away for four more. Well, Murli is shining late in the innings. He's really shining late in the innings. So last what Kundalani will team will repair, and he's exactly doing that. These are proud signs for the captain, isn't it? When the batsman just plays it out, well, promotions will be there up the order. We'll be really seeing in the future when Murli will make it up the order. Time will only tell. It's a very good shot, two back-to-back boundaries. One, it was a goal by the wicket-keeper, in fact, by the fielder. Now it's from the bat of Murli. Two boundaries back-to-back. Will that deficit come down to 50? Straight to the fielder now. Well, in fact, what an innings. It has been a superb for the Battle Beast. Batting first, 6 out of the 7 matches. Now that record is being kept intact. So 95% a win. Batting first, 175 for 6. So I mean, all those God starts. But yes, Samuel was in simply outstanding form. So Murli being dismissed is got out. He's got out. Well, all that was there from the team, but yes, with that, the innings comes to an end. Well, it was a resounding with a comprehensive win for the Beasts. Beast mode on from Roshan, it was a gritty 64 with a bat. All out for 107. Murli was a class man dismissed. He stayed on in the crease till the end. They wanted to stay on, but that's the end. But yes, what a win it has been. It was carried on from Samuel. And have a look at that bowling cartridge. Simply brilliant were the two opening bowlers. Azhar, 3 overs, 3 for 20. Shaker, 4 overs, 2 for 11. Samuel as well chipping in with the wicket. But talk about these 3 bowlers. Madhu, Satya and Adinarayana. Madhu and Satya, they were absolutely superb. 4 overs, 1 made, 1 for 15. Satya, 4 overs, 1 for 20. He really ensured that the team was there for you till the end. But yes, they'll be really concentrating on these things. Today, the openers have been really very, very disappointing. But yes, this will add to the net run rate. This will really add to the net run rate. A comprehensive win. The record is being kept intact. Well, Roshan and Vikram, that was the important partnership living up to the expectations. He was kept under pressure. Well, in fact, Drizzen was Roshan today. An absolutely brilliant match for him. And that ends the match 68 in 2. So the Map Marvels being beaten comprehensively by the Beasts by 68 runs. And that's it for the day. And it's Saiteka signing off. Bye bye.